something to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Aye. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM WQAM. What else? The point thing. Getting used to it, baby. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there. We've all licked our wounds a little bit. We're feeling better, I think. I don't know. I was watching a video on the way in, Leroy, of OJ McDuffie, and he looks like he's going through it right now with this whole loss. He did not feel good about it, so I hope he's doing okay. But I feel a lot of pain in this city right now with how the Dolphins performed in Week 1.
Yeah, it was disappointing. After further review.
Oh, don't do it.
No.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna say this. They don't have the type of offense, because even with all that passing, they still, when they're doing well, have 9-10 play drives. They don't have the offense that enables them to change, to go from slow to fast, meaning that they only had the ball for 2 minutes, 2+ minutes in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So do you change gears a little bit? Do you pick up the pace a little bit? Do you try to do something different? So when I look at the time of possession,
right,
and I'm thinking, you trying to run that same offense that you methodically move the ball down the field, and you can't stop the other team, you need to throw them your fastball and stop trying to, they need to go to something different. And they never did. They tried to run their offense.
They didn't, though. Like, they didn't really get a chance to even throw any pitches. It's like you went
right.
in there.
That's what I'm saying.
You threw 3 meatballs, and it was tattooed out of the park. At that point, you're basically, when you're a starting pitcher, at that point, you're just trying to eat some innings because the game is lost.
Right.
There's no other pitch to go to. So I guess you're just hoping that it's a better outing next time and you got your stuff.
And that's the way that game felt. Right. Circumstances were that, what I thought and what we all thought before the season started, if I said, what was the strength of the team? You would say that front seven on defense.
Yep.
They did absolutely nothing. Nothing. In fact,
other than
they moved the ball. I mean, think about this. The strength of your team, right? What you would say the most reliable portion of your team never gave up a punt. So if everybody in Miami thinks that, the team thinks that, these are our dogs. These are the guys that's going to, put pressure on Daniel Jones and do something to change the momentum of the game. And they did nothing. That sucks the life out of everybody else. Because now, if they beat your best, who's stepping up?
Right. No, I get you. I definitely think that one of the things you were hopeful for this year was, because we talked ad nauseum about how thin they are at cornerback, just got thinner, by the way, is that's going to be at least something that strikes fear in the heart of other teams. It's going to make an impact. And it did nothing. I mean, you added, we were even talking about what an embarrassment of riches. You got Matthew Judon here on top of Chubb, Chop, and Jalen Phillips. It did nothing. I mean, Daniel Jones had all day. Now, perhaps, we're going against New England that's got a much younger offensive line, though, which was terrible last year, but they've revamped it a lot. They spent high draft picks and capital and free agency on all that. So you're hopeful that this will make a bigger impact this time around. But yeah, it wasn't as disappointing as the offense, because the offense was non-existent, but it was definitely, I think, probably the most stunning thing out of anything, because we've seen the offense kind of stink up the joint recently. But I think we were all hopeful that the defense would be making more impact plays, and that definitely wasn't there.
Right. And so now you regroup. And you know, I hate when you have games like this, stinkers, and people say you don't have any passion or they look unprepared. I mean, it's hard to look prepared when you're only playing 2 minutes, right? One side of the ball is playing 2 minutes. And then keep in mind, if the other side of the ball is playing 12 plus minutes, then you sucking the life out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time that gets to the fourth quarter, you got nothing.
I think and I think you're looking for an explanation because in the NFL, most games are close. Most games, you always say they got pros on the other side. And when you look so unprofessional because it's such a blowout, you're looking for other explanations.
Right.
For why it was so lopsided.
I got you.
That's what that is.
I got you. You know, what the boxer said. I
got 10:07. Yes, I'm aware the honor light doesn't work.
When a boxer tells you I got the best jab in the business and then go get knocked out.
Yep.
I mean, all camp. And again, you can talk about all the other stuff.
Yep.
But in the end, it only counts what you do on Sunday. And you could put all these things around, oh, we weren't this, we weren't that, we weren't this. But if you don't play on Sunday, nobody cares how close you are. Nobody cares what your culture is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, the Heat won 37 games last year, and we were talking about, people were saying culture. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right? Because you're not winning.
It's their thing, you know.
No, I know.
Anybody who's throwing it out, I mean, it was so bad that they, they're icing the whole mantra in the paint last year. You know, they got rid of they basically dropped the Heat culture jerseys halfway through the season for Vice jerseys.
Right.
You know.
So from that standpoint, you regroup, and I don't know how, because half of your team's already hurt.
Yeah.
After week 1.
Let's get to our headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. Morning, Vlad. How are you today?
Better than you guys.
Well, I mean, not a high bar. We're pretty low right now.
Better than you guys.
We're pretty low right now, dude.
I watched the show yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to know what's going to happen in the second hour. What's good, what should I just play regular music?
Just regular music, yeah.
Okay.
Just a regular rejoin. No, hour Tua is suspended. It's suspended indefinitely with a chance for appeal if there is a Bills win. If they beat the Bills, then hour Tua can be appealed. It can go. No, I'm telling you right now. I've already ruled on it. I've already ruled on it.
You can't be that wishy-washy.
I've already ruled on it.
I'm not.
No. I've already dealt it down. We're not going back to the appeals case. You can do your interviews. You could do your appeals and all that. But no, I'm not going in front. No.
Hey,
I've already ruled.
You never said that yesterday.
You never said that yesterday.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
You guys,
listen,
never said,
guys,
oh, if they win the Bills.
Guys, I really need you to do a job with having a radio program. I absolutely said in the ruling he has chance for appeal. Our Tua has chance for appeal if they beat the Bills. It doesn't mean he will get cleared, but I absolutely said that. If you didn't hear that, Posh, be honest. Go back and listen. If you didn't hear it either, that's on you.
No,
I didn't hear it either.
Game.
That's what I said. If they beat the Bills.
Wait, what's going on here? Why is these mics weird?
I don't know.
Why is mic 2 on, but mic 3's working?
I don't know. I don't have answers for that. I know that there was wire crossings here over the morning. The on-air light doesn't work.
Mickey Mouse operation.
They don't want me to yell at Tobin.
Well, you're yelling at me for no reason because you're saying I didn't.
Never said
I definitely JFig. JFig. If I said they beat the Bills, I said so. Do you want to put $50 on it right now and go listen to the podcast? Put $50 on the table right now.
JFig, he did.
Okay, so don't say I didn't say something that I did.
He did.
If they beat the Bills in 2 weeks, our Tua is up for appeal. But right now it's suspended indefinitely. Okay. And by the way, being up for appeal does not mean you're going to get cleared.
Can I just say this?
If they go and if he rides Ollie Gordon all the way to the win, then I'm not giving him appeal. If they win on pick sixes, I will. Yeah, give me a second. If he does that, then no, it's not up for appeal. If he balls out and he outplays Josh Allen, the appeal will be considered. It will be considered. It doesn't mean you're going to get through.
Okay, I have a question now. we categorized every game.
Mhm.
16 games.
Yes.
Till week 16.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1 was a don't lose game.
Which they did.
So what is week 2? Because week 2, they just erased your line in the sand game. This was your new
I don't think
category.
they did, though. I thought about this on the way in, Vlad. I don't think they did, because I actually think this is even more of a line in the sand game if you really think about it. It's not a must-win, but Buffalo, if they lose this game, Buffalo absolutely turns into a must-win.
This is not a can't lose. You can't lose this.
You can't lose, but it is also a line in the sand. And here's the problem: when you lose a don't lose, it's kind of hard to say anything's a don't lose at that point. Things can turn into must wins, but to say, oh, hey, don't lose to the Patriots, that would connote that they are much better than the Patriots, which they don't look better than anybody. So it's still a line in the sand game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to tell you something. I thought week 4 was the it week for the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
I thought if they lost Monday night to the Jets, like they've lost the last 2 Monday nights at home to the Titans, I thought this would have been that would have been the game for Coach McDaniel to be fired.
Mm-hmm.
I've accelerated that. If they lose to the Patriots, he's getting fired on Friday after that Thursday night game against the Bills.
It's quite. No, I mean, he might get fired. He might get fired. He might get fired week 2, because who knows what Stephen Ross is going to do?
Because I'm looking at it this way: you play Thursday night against the Bills, and then your next game is Monday night against the Jets. You can't lose 2 primetime games in that matter of time, and you have a short week going from week 4 to week 5. If you're gonna make a move, it would probably be after the Buffalo game.
It probably would, because you'd have a longer week. But I could see if Stephen Ross, because I mean, all of yesterday was spent embarrassing the Dolphins, and rightfully so, on national television. But if they get absolutely boat raced in their building, the fans are booing, and the TV keeps cutting to him in that booth with him and Garfinkel and Marino, and he just looks absolutely miserable. He hasn't waddled one time. Then
He hasn't waddled like in 2 years?
Yeah, he hasn't waddled in 2 years. He hasn't gotten to be sexy in 2 years with his hips. Yeah, I mean, I think all things are on the table after a week like that. That's why it was a don't lose. Anyway, Leroy, you mentioned the injuries. James Daniels, right guard, according to Jeremy Fowler, he's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. Awesome. Storm Duck, he's also going to miss multiple weeks. And Austin Jackson re-aggravated his toe injury. They're looking at options for recovery.
So you're telling me the guys that were hurt prior to the season re-aggravated the injuries they had?
Or had new injuries.
Correct.
Or got new injuries.
Yes.
So they weren't healthy going in.
Austin Jackson.
We knew James Daniels wasn't healthy. He forced that man to play.
We know, James Daniels, they kept, who tore his Achilles last year. She was trying to beat science. And then science said, hold my beer. And they said, we're gonna hurt your back.
Science always says, hold my beer. Because, like, in your efforts to return from one injury, you're putting the rest of your body on, stressing out the rest of your body.
Yep.
And that's the part that you don't understand. But I would say this, and you know how I feel about this. If I have a need, if I need to turn a group on my team around, I'm not going to do it with injured players. In fact, if I have a guy who's less talented but available for 17 weeks or 18 weeks, that is more important to me than having a guy who's made 5 Pro Bowls but's coming off a knee or Achilles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because I need bodies. What has plagued this team in the last few years is these nagging injuries where guys are, I mean, we had a depth chart before the first week of camp.
Yeah.
For our injury report.
Yeah, it was.
And so how, and I don't care how positive you are, the body is the body. Who cares what you think?
It's crazy.
And we do this constantly. And I've said this from day one, and you know this. I'm not signing. If I'm not the Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills, I can't take risk. I'm not signing injured players. I'm not doing it. And look at where we are.
Not anywhere good, dude. That's
Every guy
sure.
you signed that has had substantial missed time is not playing.
Let's get to, we'll let you know about this. Champion boxer Mike Tyson is bringing his Return of the Mike show to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December. Stories and more from Iron Mike. And we've got the chance for you to win tickets. Just text the word Tyson to 20357. Tyson. Tyson. Text that to 20357. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tickets also available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. Take a break. Back after this. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the show. How would you guys like to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? It could happen. It's WQAM's MVP experience with the Dolphins' Zach Sieler. And he's on board to speak at a school. Go to WQM.com, enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sieler. It on up. Nobody wants to do it, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he'll go and speak to the students. For more info and contest rules, go to WQAM.com. I will say, I got mad at Mike McDaniel yesterday because he pulled a move that I was not happy with. I mean, his press conference was particularly awful. Like, Mike McDaniel's a tough listen on a win streak. Getting your ass kicked 33-8, Leroy. Wow. I mean, it's tough. But I thought he pulled a weasel move yesterday. I thought he pulled a weasel move yesterday for our boy Zach Sieler, right? Because Zach Sieler's been like the epitome of all things of what they're trying to fold. And yes, the defense did not have an impact. That's for sure. All right. So I'm not skating Zach Sieler as of right now. That's you're on trend for fat cat syndrome, dude. You need to go get some sacks. But I didn't like that he thought he could use an example of Zach Sieler because he knows Zach Sieler's a man's man and can take it. I didn't like that. I'm like, you either call people out or you don't. You've never been a call-out guy, and you decided to throw Zach Sieler under the bus yesterday, and I didn't like it. And also, I didn't like it. It was weasel behavior.
Well,
no, I didn't like it. This was. No, I didn't like it. You gotta let me get this guy here. He was ridiculous.
The mental focus on what the physical is. There was no lack of physicality. Okay, I'll give an example. All right, so there was probably, I mean, every starter on the tape that I was pointing out. But just so you guys, it's not I don't make a habit of putting family business and just, out at the podium. But for example's sake, there was one play that ultimately led to being an explosive that the utmost dependable player, Zach Sieler, in an attempt to get a sack at the final stage of pass rush, kind of voids his pass rush lane. Well-intentioned, trying to make a play. But the dropping of rush lanes allows for an explosive that, you have to learn how to, with new teammates, play with them and lean on them and trust them. So
typical rat behavior. This is what you either don't talk about family business or you do. And now all of a sudden, I know who I can say it and he won't get mad at me. I'll say it about my guy, Zach Sieler. And I'll say he made a mistake because I know he won't make a stink. Bet your ass if Tyreek Hill don't know a route, he wouldn't say nothing about it. And so you throw my guy under the bus because the ship's a sinking. I don't like it, Leroy.
That's not why you do that.
It stinks.
That's not why you do that, though. You do it, one, because you're right. He can take it. But if everybody else sees that he's doing it a certain way, then they'll all follow suit and kind of get in line.
I'm telling you why he does it. I'll tell you why. Because you know what? He'll call out people in the, but why do you do it in the media? Because Zach Sieler won't make a stink because he's a man's man.
Right.
And so from my standpoint,
exactly.
Here's why. It's the only reason you're saying that for me is to say that I call players out in the media. That's the only benefit of him doing that. Yep, it is. It's 100% a rat move by him. The only reason he's putting Zach, because even it was like, guys, I don't do this. And I'm sitting here and be like, well, either you do it or you don't do it. Why are you making an example out of Zach Sieler? Why are you trying to hurt his pride? I know why.
Because you can't. Because you can't. That's why you do it.
No, because you use him because you know he won't.
Right.
And that's why it's an easy thing to do. It's a weasel move. I didn't like it.
It happens more than you think.
I don't think does it?
Yeah.
He just said, I don't do this.
No, but
if he does it in front of the
when you're gonna take that step to hold everybody accountable, right? You start at the top and work your way down. Calling out a rookie does nothing. That's low-hanging fruit. Calling out a backup is low-hanging fruit. But if you call out a captain, right, one that understands it, and sometimes they'll even pre-warn you. I've been warned, hey, I'm going to call you out for fumbling. I'm like, okay. Right? Then you understand, and everybody else kind of falls in line. So it's, you got to do it strategically, and you have to do it to a guy who's not going to maybe react like Tyreek would.
I don't like it.
That's kind of one of the reasons why Tyreek is not a captain.
Well, I get it. No, I understand why you're not going to call Tyreek Hill out, but I'm saying, like, if you're a not talk about business guy, that's not your thing, then don't do it. Why are you doing it now? Because you feel obligated after a 33-8 ass kicking to do it publicly?
No, that's not why he did it.
That's what it feels like.
Okay.
That's what it feels like.
Okay, hey, you know. I mean, I'm telling you why they do it. It gets to the point where you got to almost call out the stars so that everybody else falls in line, so that everybody else understands, hey, we have a job, we have rules that we have to pay attention to keep the integrity of the play going or the rush. And if your stars are not doing that, then nobody's going to follow suit. So, yeah, I understand why he did it. It happens. But here's the deal. Whether you get called out or not, if you did the wrong thing and you get held accountable, so be it. You understand what I'm saying?
No, so be it. I'm sure that there's plenty of accountability in meetings. I'm talking about strategically doing it in the media. And I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing here.
Wait,
now all of a sudden I'm going to point fingers to my most non-drama guy to see, like, I got this under control. I'll call out Zach Sieler. And it's like, yeah, you called out Zach Sieler. Big deal. Like, Zach Sieler's word is he's a man's man. He's going to go talk to kids and answer questions.
But I don't.
That's the kind of gentleman he is.
But I don't. The thing that I don't get is whether you get called out or not. If you made a mistake, you got to be accountable for it.
Sure. But but if you're the guy who,
so here's the deal.
He says it himself. I'm telling you what. He says it himself. It's off key for Mike McDaniel. I don't typically put family business out there, but I feel the need after an ass kicking to put some names to it.
All right.
And you put your guy out there.
So think about this. He said that about Zach Sieler. What's the difference in him saying that about Zach Sieler or having a reporter ask about it? You know what I mean? So a reporter, so when Omar asked Tua about the turnovers coming in bunches or stuff like that, right? We all know that, look, we can't turn the ball over. Like, we know that for a fact. Like, if somebody says that and I fumble twice, hell, everybody knows it's me. Everybody know I'm about to get that smoke, right? So, like, you're a grown-ass man. Like, if a coach call you out or say something about a mistake you made, own it.
Yeah,
be better. There's no nice way to go about this.
Yeah,
right?
but it's not sincere to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, the public call out isn't sincere. It's not about the fact that Zach Sieler did.
It's out of his character. Yes,
it's out of his character. And now that the ship seems to be sinking, you're taking names with you, or you're
not sinking.
It's taking on water, dude.
Out names. Zach Sieler is not the name to be calling out. It's your quarterback that you should have been calling out.
Right. And that much I agree with. But Vlad, as a coach, you have to be careful with the different temperaments you have on the team. right?
4 years, man. You should
But
know your
but it
quarterback.
it doesn't change your temperament.
I get it, but your quarterback can't be sensitive to being criticized.
It
Like,
I,
and I understand. I understand. Leroy, I'm not in the locker room. I'm just saying from the outside, not you. So take that. You're not in the locker room anymore. Take that away.
I understand.
From the outside, all us regular non-football players would think after 4 years, the quarterback can't be sensitive if he has a crappy game and he's getting called out.
But you're a sense, but certain people, like, here, think about this. Think about the relationship of Mike McDaniel and Tua when they came, when Mike McDaniel came here. He was fragile, right? Broken. So you got to kind of be careful with that. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be called out, and I'm not saying he shouldn't be held accountable for his mistakes, right?
Right.
But your personality is your personality, for the same reason why he won't call out Tyreek. And Tyreek was already hot on the sidelines for reasons nobody knows.
And I agree with you. But Tobin, you made a great point. I don't know if it was on your YouTube channel, the Tobin YouTube channel, or you said after he got that contract last year, and then he went on the Lebitard show, that man was peacocking.
He definitely was peacocking.
He was definitely peacocking. And then all of us, to be honest with you, the minute after he started peacocking, that's when everything went. Everything's been going bad since then. To be quite honest,
it hasn't. Well, no, it's been a disaster. I mean, he's
right.
he's had a head injury, a hip injury, and 2 out of his last 3 games, he's thrown 3 turnovers, and they've been in very critical games for the team. So
to me, you can't be sensitive when you calling out, hey, the person that was previously here, he was so bad. Everybody here was upset with him and all that stuff. You started talking and you felt free to let yourself be heard, you were more comfortable expressing yourself. So when you get more comfortable to express yourself, you should be more comfortable to get critique as well.
You know what I would also say? I would say this for everybody on that team, is that when you think about being more physical and think about, having a culture, part of that is being able to handle being accountable.
Right.
Right. And so I do understand from the standpoint everybody is accountable for what you do on that football field. That being said, as a coach, you also have to manage personalities. And a person that plays that position, that you already know what you had to do to get him to this point of being positive and confident, right? You have to be careful with how you do that.
It is.
But it doesn't mean that you just move on and not hold them accountable. It just means the way in which you do it has to take that into account.
Right. But I think that, when we say, why does he pick Zach Sieler? We know he's not sensitive. Like Zach Sieler, that's what the money's for. You're the face of the defense now. When is it with that for the quarterback? Well,
but again, you're taking the position and I'm looking at the person. So I don't care how much money you get paid. I don't care what position you play. Your personality is still your personality. And I think sometimes Mike tiptoes around that. Whereas if you go old school like Bill Parcells, he ain't give a damn. Right?
He did not give a damn.
But guess what? But guess what? Look at athletes now. That plays a bigger role as far as what athletes are now in any sport, more than how the coach approaches it or holding one guy accountable versus not. I'd say Spo could go to UD or go to D Wade and talk to them in a different way than he could talk to LeBron, right? Because their personalities are different. So while I get what you're saying, like when people talk about head coaches, the biggest thing they talk about is managing personalities. And that's the part that you have to be careful with, how you go about doing things like this.
Yeah, but we got to get to break, but this is the one thing I would say about Spo. Unless Spo's asked about it, he's like, that's why the Kalel thing was so rare, and he didn't do it to somebody who probably would be sensitive about it. Like, he does it to mean something. And so, like, I'm like, oh, he's
but he knows Kalel can handle it.
I don't know if he knows that.
Yeah, he's been with that dude. He knows the temperament of Kalel, and guess what? When he did it, what happened?
Had a good game.
Right. So he responds to that. So, like, and guess what? He did it in summer league and not during the regular season. So maybe he was putting it out there to see how he would respond.
A little chum in the water.
Yes, exactly. So
what if Zach Sieler responds by stuffing McDaniel in the locker?
Then guess what? then the next game, he'll be more physical, because now he got a little red ass on him. So, man, it's not easy.
Imagine him stuffing.
I can imagine it.
I hate that I picture that. That was too funny.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. How is the retirement tour going for John Cena?
It is going
John Cena.
great.
Is he a good guy again for good, Vlad?
He is back to being a face.
Wow. They just kind of pivoted on that, huh? They were just done with it?
It wasn't that they were done with it. It was kind of hard for them to do it. He's not there all the time. He's got to do movies, Peacemaker.
I like Peacemaker. Do you watch Peacemaker, Leroy?
No.
I think you'd like it, dude. I think you got to check Peacemaker out. I like
That
Peacemaker.
is, you know what, Leroy? Peacemaker is your type of sense of humor.
Yeah, he's a terrible Superman. He's just a bad superhero.
So
And
he's
just
like,
debauchery goes
what was the movie with Will Smith?
Hancock. Yeah. A little bit like that. Yeah.
He's basically, he's the white version of Hancock.
He's and he's just getting into all types of hijinks.
But the retirement's going well. It's about to end in December. He's got like 7 more dates, but he turned good again because he couldn't end his career being
as a heel.
Right. It was good to see.
Your farewell tour, you can't be a heel.
Nah, but it was good to see because we've always wanted to see how he would be as a heel. He would have been a good heel, but he went back to being a face. Retirement's about to end. It's all going good.
He's also like the last guy like kids really believe in, right? Like that's like he's like Santa Claus for wrestling fans. I feel like if you're a kid, you come up like I love John Cena.
Yeah,
I love John Cena.
No.
Yeah, he is.
I saw the last message.
I didn't.
Tobin is piece of caker.
Damn it. He's cooking. His offense did not get off to a slow start this season.
No, it didn't.
Witcher. No, you would. I was watching Peacemaker last night. You would dig that show.
I always forget it's a thing, but I've always wanted to watch it because I love John Cena.
No, it's a great show. It's very enjoyable. This the second season has been good as well. Actually, I watched. I already caught up. My wife didn't really watch the first season, so we were catching up on the first season yesterday.
There's 2, right?
Yeah, 2 seasons. He's got a bald eagle that hugs him, named Eagly.
What is it called?
His eagle's name is Eagly.
Oh my god, that's
It's
real
great.
creative.
It's just silly. It's like that's why you would like the show.
It's really silly. It's silly for adults.
I love it.
It's that I like shows like
But
that.
that's all he's doing now. It's a bunch of silly stuff.
That's what he should
which
do.
I love because he's really good.
He may be a better actor than The Rock.
Can we talk about the Dolphins some more?
Yeah, of course, as much as you want.
I do have some questions.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobin, when I break down a play or film for you,
yes, sir,
I always give you multiple options and adjustments, either during the play or after.
You're a film buffet.
For example, Eli Apple at some point will always get double moved. But first they're going to hit him with like 3 slants.
Mm-hmm.
So he get comfortable thinking he could jump that slant, right? That's an adjustment. For the last 4 years, I've been watching the same deep square in out of this offense, throwing it to that open area. And if that is taken away, it almost seems like there's nowhere else to go. And I'm just curious as to, I told you what I would do. In order to change that up, I would take a couple of plays where I put Tyreek and Waddle on the same side of the ball.
Okay.
And then have one runner shallow, one runner deep. And what it does is that guy who drops way down in the back of the middle of the field, whether it's a rush in, a linebacker, or whatever, they're just dropping to that area where Tua's going to throw that deep cross. Now they got to sit a little bit because that crossing route's coming underneath, right? They don't ever run trips. The only time they run trips, which is 3 receivers to one side, is when they run that stupid bubble screen. Why not run a route off of that? Why not run a go route, a crossing route, a deep end? Like, put some pressure on the defense. So when every team plays the Dolphins, they are only stopping one pass. You're either going to throw the little bubble screen or you can run the deep square in, right? There has been no deviation from that, no setup to that. I got to tell you, how about Tyreek go run like he's running a square in and then go over the top and then chuck it deep down the middle of the field? Like, there's so many other ways that just starting with that basic concept, you can adjust to it. And most offenses have either built-in contingency plans, or they have plays that you can go to if you see them playing a certain play a certain way. It seems like every time there's a pick, every time that it's always in the same area. You ever notice that? Yeah. Every pick is in the middle of the field trying to throw that deep cross.
Did you hear? I mean, like, I thought, because you talked about this yesterday during the break, he was doing demonstrations. I don't even know. I got Leroy demonstrations in the studio. And then I get home yesterday and Xavien Howard is basically saying, yeah, we're like the whole book on Tua, because he was basically saying we put Tua in panic mode yesterday, but we also, you know, I told him, like, we're gonna clog the middle of the field against him.
Right. They've been doing it for 2 years.
Here's Xavien Howard yesterday.
So you mentioned you gave the offense some tips earlier leading up to it. Did you see any of that like come to fruition for sure? Like something you told them, you're like, see that we made a big play off that. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, we knew. You know, it's a lot of a bang, quick throws in the middle. So I told them, man, clog the middle and make sure they throw the ball outside. And we clogged the middle and I think we got 2 interceptions by clogging the middle, and the guys come up with interceptions.
Like, you know what? I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Tua has never had a pass that was thrown like J.J. McCarthy did last night, where it was a pick six. They don't even run routes out there. They don't even run outs.
Mm-mm.
They don't run comebacks. Dude, from an offensive player watching that game, it is the most baffling thing to me in the world that you think other guys getting paid millions of dollars to stop you, that you have not adjusted to any of that in 4 years. I haven't seen different combinations. I haven't seen him move like Waddle's on one side, Tua motions or Tyreek motions over, or does the quick thing around the outside and they throw the quick pass to him. Or it's like, I know the whole offense. I could go in there right now and you could call a play and I could run it without knowing any terminology or whatever, because I understand all their concepts. I'm not a defensive player. So what do you think the defense is doing? Xavien Howard is not wrong in what he's saying,
and he knows
they threw a pick to a Russian because they zone blitzed them. They dropped that Russian in the middle of the field, and you threw it right to him.
Here was more of Xavien Howard saying what they did to basically put Tua in panic mode.
Can you tell when a quarterback is confused and flustered? Because, you know, Tua was patting the ball at times, you know?
Most definitely. We knew the guy, you know, he get the ball out pretty quick. And once we take away his first read, I feel like it's panic mode after that. And it showed yesterday, man. We took away his first read, and he was trying to get rid of the ball real quick.
There you go. Xavien Howard speaking to the media yesterday.
So think about this. And let me put it to you from just, if I can make it as simple as possible. Tua's biggest claim to fame is he gets rid of the ball quick.
Yep.
Right? So basically what you're doing is you're making the defense say, okay, how quick is he get rid of the ball? 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Okay. Where's that deep route coming in? Is coming in at 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Get in that window, make him hold it for 3 seconds. We think we can get past that offensive line before he can look somewhere else. Or in most cases, he's not even looking anywhere else because there's not what I was explaining to you yesterday, that every pass pattern that I've ever run has had a combination to it. So that means that you flash in front of a defender, he looks at you, right? For example, I give you a perfect example. You remember what happened to the linebacker in the Miami game? He was chasing the tight end and somebody flashed in front of him and he bit on it and left the tight end wide open on the sideline for Notre Dame 2 weeks ago.
Notre Dame. Okay. Yeah.
2 weeks ago. You remember that? And I told you that he should have stayed with his guy because that would have hurt him. But somebody flashed in front of him. And defenders see that flash, and all they got to take is one wrong step. That's combination routes. I don't see any of that.
We'll just have a regular old second hour coming up next. This feels strange. Feels strange to start off an hour late. Appropriate song, though.
Very appropriate.
Very appropriate. Welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Of course, still licking our wounds last night or 2 nights ago with the Miami Dolphins getting their snot kicked out of them by the Colts. Last night in Monday Night Football, big comeback by Leroy's boy, J.J. McCarthy.
Hey,
you
know what?
Bears.
It is nothing better than watching a guy struggle early in the game and then get it going. That was the cool part of it. And even Caleb looks better. I know one thing. You remember he overthrew that guy in the corner, the fade at the end of the game where he had his hand up?
Yep.
A veteran quarterback would have threw a dart right in that gap and sat the receiver down. You know what I mean? Because you try to throw that arc, you're giving the safety a chance to get over there. So what do they call it? The honey hole? You want to zip it in there.
We had no honey. We had no honey.
When was the last? How about this? Think about this. I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time Tua threw a ball deep down the sideline?
I don't know. I know that there's a stat yesterday was apparently 365 days since Tyreek Hill caught a 30-yard or more pass, which he hadn't done since the Jaguars game.
And keep in mind when him and here's the weird thing about that. When he was catching those passes, it wasn't necessarily a 30-yard pass, but him and Waddle would catch that crossing route about 5-10 yards and be 88 out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But there were connections that were deep. Like it wasn't like non-existent like it has been. It feels like the offense has been in jail the last year.
But I would say that it's pretty weird that you don't put, and especially if a team's in cover 2, right? You want to know the best cover 2 defense is if you want to get rid of all those linebackers dropping in the middle of the field. You put 2 guys on one side, you want a go route, and then you run a square in. So you hold in that safety. That's it. There's
a problem with the offense, guys.
The problem is that every offense that I've played on, even the bad ones, okay, during the week, you have an idea of what a defense's adjustment is going to be. And then you come up with some plays to counter that. You don't necessarily go to them right away. You go with your bread and butter. But if they do what you think they're going to do or some version of that, you have an adjustment to that locked and loaded that you could go to next series or next set of plays.
I think he doesn't adjust at all. And here's the other problem.
I don't know if they have. In order to adjust, you got to have adjustments. Like, I don't see different plays. Their adjustment is bubble screen.
That's a Tobinism.
That's words means words.
That was a Tobinism.
I think that was great. I love that. In order to adjust, you need adjustments.
Right. But you got to have something you got to go to.
Well, I think it's SDI asks a question that I think is fair. He goes, you don't think the coaches have thought of this? It's because the QB can't make those throws.
And that,
no, but okay, wait a minute. I made a perfect listen. When Mike McDaniel first came in, they were throwing balls deep down the sideline. They were throwing comebacks. They were throwing all of these routes, right? And then they were running that deep square. And the reason why it was so open then is because you had all these different routes that you were running. So one or two things happened. Tua's arm got progressively worse, right? You lost faith in your offensive line,
Oh, that's
been there.
That's always that.
Okay. And let's there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that can't move. So let's not put that on that. Okay.
Yeah, no, but Leroy, now in this, especially early in the season, from what I was watching these games, if your quarterback can't extend the play or he can't like run to get a first down, because if you see a lot of these defenders, a lot of defenses are going with the playmakers outside. So there's a lot of space.
It's rare these days now, man. Like even who had problems with it? Yes, because it's not natural to him, and you could see it in the game. Was Cam? Cam, he likes to sit in that pocket and kind of move around, and he's got
it was fire drill.
It was crazy for him, and so you saw yesterday. Like, look at McCarthy. Like he's out there moving.
Well, he's mobile. He can run. He can run.
Caleb's out there scooting. Like,
look at that throw.
And I here's the thing with Tua, right? Like Tua already wasn't mobile. He already wasn't. And I don't like Tua running. Like, I've been clear about this because I don't think that's a recipe for success. He gets hurt too much. But like, he's not only Leroy. I mean, at what point we see this all the time with players, like, do the injuries catch up? He's coming off of another hip injury last year.
Right.
When he already said the one in college made him never the same. Like he's just never been that same mover. So
I understand all of this. And I understand, but let me just say this. You don't have to be fast to be able to move. Okay.
Right. He's not even
because here's why. Because in his mind, they want him to get rid of the ball quicker for whatever reason.
Right.
And so you gotta because look, I'm thinking about his first year as a quarterback. He may have gotten sacked a lot. He may have gotten hit a lot. But the plays that they were running were so much different than what they're doing now with less talent.
But I'm asking you, because you mentioned about the arm getting worse, and he seems like, because he's not big, like, and he's never, but like a lot of that's been from torque and hip. Like, is it possible that, like, is it not as strong as it was?
I don't know. You got to have a pretty strong arm to get that ball in the middle of the field without 20 guys running into it.
Let's get to our headlines, brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or at doralkia.com. Pricito.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Dolphins yesterday. Mike McDaniel said that James Daniel's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks. A report came out from ESPN afterwards that says it's going to be more like 3 to 4 for their starting right guard.
Well, what is a couple?
A couple is two, but
no,
yeah,
he didn't want to go on. He didn't want here.
I didn't see.
Let me tell you. Let me say how simple this is. He didn't want to say a few.
Yeah.
So he said a couple.
He said a couple, but I didn't see him swear on a Bible before he got up to that podium. So
that's why the best word to use there is several.
Week to week.
Several could be
right.
It can mean more than 2 or just 2.
Storm Duck also going to be out multiple weeks, and Austin Jackson is getting his toe looked at,
which means he's probably going to need toe surgery.
Awesome.
Which is the worst. So, I mean, like dude. We can put all these things on what the offense looks like. And let me just say this. Timing is more important than arm strength. So Tua supposedly didn't have a strong arm when he got here. But he seemed to hit Tyreek on the sideline wide ass open.
Right.
And so what I'm saying to you is, when was the last time you saw Tyreek run a go route and not a square in or a crossing or a bubble screen?
It's been a while.
So explain to me.
But that's why I thought what you said about his arm was fascinating, because like 2 years ago is that's multiple injuries ago.
Yeah.
So like, is it possible he just doesn't got the juice like he used to?
And this is why I said this. Quarterbacks that don't have the strongest arms rely more on the timing of the throw than the act. Like, we all think that a go route is thrown when a guy gets 40, 50 yards down the field. It's not. That ball's in the air when he's about 20, 25 yards down the field.
Mm-hmm.
So the timing is more important than the arm strength. And that's the whole point. I played with a guy who didn't have a strong arm. And I used to make fun of Bernie all the time. And I said, you got to throw that thing yesterday, but it's always where it needs to be.
But Bernie could move.
No, what?
Bernie wasn't. I mean, Bernie could like move.
Dude, look. No, he couldn't. One of the biggest arguments. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, as a rookie, I got onto the field because I could pass block. We had a play. I'm blocking my ass. I got this dude hemmed up. I'm feeling so good about him. I'm chasing him. I'm pushing him or whatever. Boom. Bernie rolls out, throws it in the ground. I'm on my back. He reaches over to me and he pulls me up and he says, hey, if I'm scrambling, get open because I ain't running. I promise you, I caught more little dink passes because of that. And everybody thought that it was like some type. No, my quarterback told me, give him a couple of seconds, and if not, get open. So, like, yeah, but you have to have that. You got to understand what's going on. Bernie was not a guy. He sat in the pocket. I saw this man get sacked. If you go look it up, I think he got sacked 60 or 70 times in one season.
Oh, I got to check that out.
He got destroyed. So when you say Bernie was mobile, no, he wasn't.
JFig has a stash of Hardy tickets in her boots. Well, that's not a high bar. And we're giving you a chance to win when Hardy brings his Jim Bob tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on September 20th with special guests Cole Wetzel,
you got it right,
Steven Wilson Jr., and Sicarus. Keep on listening to us for details on how you can win. It's a Live Nation show. For more info, go to the contest page at WQAM.com. Take a break. Back after this. miss the Panthers. Oh, sweet Panthers, I miss you. Miss Sergei Bobrovsky, and I miss Alexander Barkov, and I miss Brad Marchand, and I miss Carter. He was partying with the cup this week, wasn't he?
Carter?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
I think he was partying with. I think Swaggy was partying with the cup.
Yes,
What was he doing?
He brought it to like an ice rink for the kids, you know, because Carter Verhaeghe loves the kids. And then he was and then I think he what else happens? I think they probably brought it to elbow room. Like that's what
I feel like I did see that.
that's where it
that
lived.
thing has spent more time in the elbow room than it has in the Panthers facility.
Oh yeah. It definitely has. It really has.
What's funny
Carter
is
Verhaeghe.
the band on Sunday, yes, Locash was talking about the Panthers, and then they were all like, oh, after the show, let's go to the elbow room. And then everyone was talking about the elbow room, and I'm like, too late. Should have been there.
You never know. I feel like you show up any random day, the Panthers may have the Stanley Cup there.
The Panthers, they're going to be some representation by the Panthers in the elbow room.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Lord Stanley's like, get this season start right now so I can stop being
and moved. Question: do they keep the cup until the playoffs start again?
No, you give it back right as the season starts. It's like a whole thing. Remember, the keeper of the cup takes it back from Barkey, puts it in the case, and it's gone. So you only get it for the summer.
Okay.
But I imagine we're going to probably see them get
Will
their
we
rings.
see it? Will we see it when we go to media day?
I don't know. We didn't last year.
No, you're gonna see it one more time. They got it. They're gonna show it when the banner goes up. They'll probably
they'll bring it. They'll bring it to opening night.
Person. Like we want to see it in person.
After opening night, it's done.
We saw it in person. We saw it.
That was before our names
I
were
understand.
on it.
I understand, but I don't think so because
now
a lot of hubbub at
anyone
media
is
day.
listening,
Hey,
please,
question:
media day.
when can you not touch it?
When can you can touch it whenever you want now?
No.
Already, right?
Remember
Or is
when
it
it came
before
into
the
the
play
facility?
Oh, we didn't. No. Yeah, we don't. When you don't win it, you don't touch it.
No,
You
but
don't
I'm
win it.
saying, so for any of the players, once the season starts, there's no more touching.
No.
Oh, I think when you're a champion, you can touch it whenever you want. I think immunity. I think if your name's on the cup, Leroy, you can touch willy-nilly whenever you want.
Touch it if it's not there.
No. I'm just saying, like, let's say they're let's say that, hey, it's All-Star Weekend, Vlad, and they have like the cup there just as I think Kachuk can pick it up if he wants to. That's his cup.
So
like,
if they get back to the Stanley Cup again, are they still not going to touch the championship trophy?
You talking about the conference championship? They haven't touched it the last 2 years. They don't touch it anymore because they touched it the first year because they said F it and they lost, and they're like no. Now the Oilers did the reverse. They didn't touch it, had a close series, and then this year they touched it. They got smoked. Which really they got smoked. I mean, it was the most blowout 6-game series you've ever seen in your life. It took one Cats collapse. That's the only reason it was even extended. Was that not the biggest blowout 6-game series you've ever seen in your life?
It was pretty dominant.
It was good. And you know what I love the most about this? This is what I love the most. Okay, I miss hockey so much.
Damn,
you know what?
Dolphin season just started.
I know. It's sorry.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Vlad? The whole summer we were thinking the Marlins got us to football, baby.
Yep.
And then after week 1, we're like, when does hockey start?
Oh my God, that's so sad. By the way, training camp opens in a couple weeks.
So how do we feel about basketball then?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm revved up for basketball. Like I was like when Ira Winderman is treating me like a drug dealer because he just threw Precious Achiuwa news at me yesterday. And I was like, what? Did they make a Precious Achiuwa back? I'm a fiend right now. Dude, I watched Finland, Serbia.
If you get Precious back, I'm going to be upset.
He's out on the Knicks, dude.
No, he's been out on the Knicks.
I don't know what happened there.
It was only a 1-year deal. It was only one.
But I thought they loved him.
We liked him when we made the trade for OG. He was like a throw-in, and it was a
little sweetener. He spent his life as Little Sweetener.
But he's not a sweetener. Like that sweetener was really good. Like you know what I mean? Like no, he became I'm kind of an integral part of the rotation, and then
they just didn't want to pay him any money.
He was a 1-year, $6 million. You don't want to get to that second apron. He's the type of guy that if you sign him, you might get into that.
Well, that's probably why he's like, well, if I'm going to sign a minimum, I might as well be back on here, not in New York.
Yeah, the state tax is free.
But the Heat have to cut Rozier to stay under the tax. They won't do that. I don't know if the Heat are going to do that. They're just going to, because look, the Heat are clearly not going to play Terry Rozier, but are they going to cut $26 million? Just be like, see ya. Do
you get any kind of cap relief from that?
No, I think if they do it now, if they do it now, I believe they get like $1.5 million because he has a guarantee. I think 24.9 of it is guaranteed. So they would get a little relief to sign a young minimum guy.
So
they could do that.
Why 24 million? You might as well just see what he could do. You're paying it anyway.
Right. And or like you could also use it in a trade. Let's say like at some point and somebody's like, hey, expiring deal. But I don't know.
Like it seems pretty foolish to cut a guy that you got to pay $26 million that's going to count against the cap anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You might as well just keep him and see what he could do because you're paying him anyway.
Yeah, so I can't wait. But the Cats, but I haven't told you my favorite part about the Oilers.
What's that? They lost again?
This Connor McDavid seems like he is out of there, dude. I mean,
he's
every single one, he is like, you only get one chance to do that. Doesn't sound like a guy sticking around the Oilers to me. Sound like a guy who's looking to go to a no-tax state. Now, probably won't be here. Hopefully, it won't be the Lightning, even though we'll just drum him there.
Wait. Why can't it be here?
Because he wants like $14 million. You think Bill Zito's already thinking about just to swing his bleep? He's just like, well, I'm going to swing them. You think he's thinking about he's going to send them Carter Verhaeghe and Rodriguez, and he's going to send them salaries, and he's going to go get Connor McDavid?
Yes.
How much more magician work can this guy do? And also, do we want him?
Yes.
Like,
no.
I kind of like kicking his ass.
I want a dynasty.
I didn't like Brad Marchand
either,
now I love him.
Yeah.
I want an extended dynasty. I want the next decade.
Man.
Wow.
We're so greedy.
Seriously.
We are so greedy.
You know what? They trained us to be this way, though.
That is true. All right, we'll take a break. Damage is done, my friend. What's next? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, you guys want to go see legend, champion boxer, blockbuster star Mike Tyson bring his Return of the Mike show to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December for stories and more from Iron Mike? Well, we got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word Tyson to 20357. That's his last name, JFig.
Thank you so much for letting me
I
know.
appreciate it. Yeah. If you guys want to see this, text Tyson to 20357.
Spell it.
For more information, TYSON. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tickets also available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. Once hung out in Cleveland with Iron Mike, Leroy.
Yeah.
That was the old
long time ago.
The old Don King headquarters.
The thing is, he was very kind of quiet then.
Yep.
Right? Like he even to this day, I don't know how approachable Mike is.
I don't know.
You know?
Better hope he's smoked some weed or got some gummies in him.
Yep.
Exactly. You know, so that's always been a thing with him. He's always been a little standoffish.
I'd love to go to that show. I think that'd be fun.
I'm going.
That sounds like a fun thing.
I heard the first show that he did was amazing.
It's a pretty I don't think anybody, I don't know.
Is there any person that we can think of?
He's the most captivating athlete of our lifetime.
I think so.
That flipped the script on.
Oh man.
Right? Because I mean, he went to jail.
Oh, there's a lot of these guys.
Right? And when he got out, he was must see, must listen to, must, and his demeanor really didn't change. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna turn over a new leaf."
Nah, he just punched somebody in a funny movie, and then all of a sudden the love came from the Hangover.
But I think that part of it was because when he did it, it was kind of like people thought, "Oh, he's making fun of himself," even though he maybe not right.
He's not making fun of himself. He's not
right. And so it was a weird, like, is there anybody else who turned it like that we can?
I'm sure there have been.
There've been athletes.
I'm sure.
I mean, because guess what? I can think of Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez from
Alex Rodriguez.
Yes, you
can. Right. He went from one of the most hated athletes to now on TV. Everybody sees him, owner of a basketball. Right.
Allen Iverson, Randy Moss. They've all had.
Well, the thing is though,
Randy went to jail for a.
No, in high school though.
Right, but I'm just saying.
I'm talking about once he became famous.
There's a thing with
they were famous in high school.
Here's the thing with Mike. There's difference with
level, though.
There's a difference with fighting than those guys, because those guys, what you have fallen in love with now is just strictly personality.
Right.
Like Mike, remember when we were talking about the Jake Paul thing? Like you were incensed he's going to beat Jake Paul because you had that love for those moments that he can still dial it up, and he's still like.
And I can never go against Brooklyn.
Of course, but like and even this with Floyd, he is going to get people to tune in. I just don't think anybody else can do that in fighting. Like I think Floyd needs him more than he needs Floyd right now. Like he could literally do that against anybody.
That's
He
a
could.
good point.
And I don't. I mean, when he fought Roy Jones, blockbuster hit. You know, he's that kind of captivating to still see a guy at his age still do his quote unquote skill. Nobody's like that.
But the other thing is he does it without ever like changing. Like Rodriguez, like, he went on like almost like a make me, fix
like
me
cleanse.
Tour.
Yeah, a cleanse.
Right. Like Mike Tyson been Mike Tyson. He ain't never changed.
No, he doesn't even promote the fights.
That's right. I mean, one guy was, went for a crime. The other guy was just cheating. But, in one sport, cheating's bad. The other sport, if you committed a crime, we'll let you back in. That's basically, that's what boxing and the difference between boxing and baseball. But nobody's captivated the audience in the last maybe 30, 40 years like Mike Tyson. And Mike's the last of the heavyweight champion being the baddest man in the planet. Like he's the last. Remember, everybody always was fear when you grew up. Like the heavyweight champion of the world was like the baddest guy, the baddest athlete in the world.
Right.
Mike Tyson's the last boxer who you thought was the baddest, like the best athlete and the baddest athlete in the world.
Let's get the damages done. I'm gonna go with an easy one. Mike McDaniel.
Oh man, that's easy.
This was his comments yesterday when asked about the positives from week 1.
It's easy for us to point out a lot of the bad things that happened. What were some of the good things that you saw happen either individually or by unit yesterday?
I think to be honest, like there's I think the positive is that that was a miserable experience. It was embarrassing, flat out. And in that, there's nowhere to hide. It's almost, within the game. It's almost good that there's that it wasn't reachable. That we were -4 because there's, as a team we have to. I was really looking forward to seeing the stuff that we've really worked on diligently, and I didn't see any of it, and that's a problem. So.
Let me save you some time, Mike. This is how you should have answered it. Perk, the damage is done, my friend. There are no positives. Did you see the game?
The damage is done, my friend.
The damage is done, my friend.
Yeah.
Leroy, what damage is done for you?
So I think my damage is done is going to go to 3 people.
Wow.
And that's the spitters. The spitters, right? You had Eagle spitter.
Yep.
You had
Jalen Carter.
You had you had a guy in college spit.
The Gator.
The Gators guy who lost a game. Now the Eagles didn't lose a game, but yeah, and then we had one other guy who spit.
Well, Dak Prescott just spits too much.
Right. So I'm like, what are we doing? And I'm gonna go to the touchy fan.
Oh, dude.
The touchy fan. Like, dude, you slapped the first dude. Then you got Lamar. You supposed to be snatched up out the stands and dealt with.
Did you see what Lamar did there?
He pushed him.
Yeah, that man went flying.
Like, but check this out. And I love the way when they reported, there we go. And Lamar pushed 2 hands, shoved him, and he went way back. You're lucky he didn't snatch him over the rail. Like, keep your hands to yourself. Like, what on earth makes you think you can go to a stadium and do that to another grown-ass man? Because if you would have did that on the street, you would have got your butt whooped. So now all of a sudden you think you in the comforts of that stadium, you could touch another grown man like that? Damage is done.
Damage is done.
All you people being disrespectful like that, spitting, putting your hands on another grown man, like, yeah, he got banned for life.
Yes, he did.
Said, yeah, he got banned.
Jennifer,
you know what they should have did? Press charges.
Agreed.
They should have pressed charges. Make him like, yeah, if we're going to do that to athletes, because guess what? If an athlete would have did that to a player, they want to sue, they want to do all this. He should get more than just getting banned.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Right.
A lot of touching in this hour.
Jennifer, what damage is done for you?
Well, I kind of have 2 of them.
Okay.
One, I'm still very salty about Lady Gaga canceling on me, even though she had a proper reason. However, 2 days later, she's out there doing the VMAs.
Sounds like South Beach flew to me.
Damage is done.
The other spitter was,
I was kind of offended.
By the way, the other spitter was Inter Miami Suarez.
Oh, Suarez, dude. Yeah, he got suspended 3 matches.
And extended 3 matches.
Sheesh.
Spitting on folks.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry, Jennifer.
He spit on a security guard too. That was low.
Well, you know who spit on JFig? Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JFig.
How long you been waiting for this concert?
I've always wanted to see her because she's a very talented woman, and I hear amazing things from her concerts. And the fact that happened within the hour of me being there, I was offended to see her on the. She did it like 2 days later. She recorded live from her concert to showcase it for the VMAs. And it was a new song that came out the day of the Miami show. And it never happened. Anyway, that's one of my damages. And
Damage is done, my friend.
do you guys remember Puddles?
Oh no, the duck.
Yes.
What happened? Wait,
What
Oregon,
happened?
No, Oregon kicked the crap out of Oklahoma State. Puddles must have been quacking all game long.
Doesn't Puddles have to do push-ups for every point?
Oh my God. If he has to do that, he must have done 77.
No, because he does one every time they score. So it's more than that. So it goes 7, then 14, then 21, then 28.
Oh,
so
he has to do
yes.
that. He had to do
yes.
77.
No,
Wow.
so he did like 200 and something, 300 push-ups.
Oh, wow.
So what happened to Puddles?
Well, he tried to redeem himself.
Oh,
It
no.
fell off again.
Wait,
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so this is Puddles. Let's remind everyone, Puddles.
He looks
and-
like Daffy Duck.
Yes, and
His
how
head
he
fell off.
fell and his head fell off, and then he ran into the tunnel, and the guy came after him with that.
Mascot code.
Did he lose his tail?
No, it's there. It's puffy and it's there.
Is he Prince now?
Anyway, he came through the tunnel dressed as a Labubu
Hey.
this week, and
Straps down the head.
Yeah, look, the head is connected.
yep, he said, "Let me find a way to make sure it does not fall off."
I
this
don't like
time."
this.
It makes me uncomfortable.
He's
He's very cute, but now
mad
it's just
diesel, though.
uncomfortable.
He's mad D's. Like,
Oh yeah, he's a swole duck.
yeah.
Very swole, especially after all those push-ups.
Jeez.
Damage is done, my
Well,
friend.
that's my damage, you know.
Vlad, what damage is done for you?
I was trying to see what damage could be done for my Jets, but that was a tough loss to the Steelers.
Poof.
So I would give the damage to the cornerback, number 21, Stevens, who slipped when there was an interception coming right to him. He slips. But I'm not going to do that because I was actually happy with the performance by the team. So I'm going to go to you guys.
What?
Tua, that was a terrible performance. You deserve damages done.
Oof.
All this talk, and then you have the audacity when my man Omar Kelly asks you a legitimate question. What turnovers and budgets? That's kind of crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's not kind of crazy.
Not crazy.
It's actually factual there, buddy. Yeah, when you throw an interception or you commit a turnover, there's a good likelihood that another one's happening not too far. So yes, numero uno, the damage is done. It got so bad. The damage was so done. This whole hour is no longer dedicated to you.
Suspended.
You're suspended for your terrible, terrible performance on Sunday afternoon in Indianapolis.
We can't ignore what the people want, and the
You
people.
think Tua was not aware of that stat?
No, I don't care if he wasn't aware of it.
Right.
You shouldn't be upset at the
He
fact that
sounded like
somebody
he-
like
Right, no, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
no, that's his. By the way, that's his job to know these stats so that when he asks you that, it doesn't sound stupid. And
Right.
the response and the way he responded made him like, "Oh no, you're not cognizant of what you've been doing or how you've been playing over the last 18 games." Or well, he played
Correct.
12 games last year, 13 games. So therefore, yeah, damage is done on numero uno Tua Tagovailoa because that was a terrible performance on Sunday afternoon.
It wasn't good, that's for sure, Vlad. That is damage is done. We will take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. Rolling along here, touching on all things NFL. Hey, Sports Talk on WQAM, sponsored by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Stream your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long, starting at just $30 for your first year. That's like $2.50 a month. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Rolling along here on a Tuesday. Last night, Monday Night Football, the Vikings got the win over the Bears. Impressive showing by J.J. McCarthy as he takes over the reins there in Minnesota. And he was very fired up. He was very fired up with that victory. He looked good.
Yeah. Started a little slow.
Started slow. They came back.
And remember they had it was the same thing that happened in the Miami game against Notre Dame, where they were on like the 2-yard line at the end of the third quarter. And then they say they scored 21 points in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Right. That number's deceiving because
that's the facts.
They scored like on the first play. I get it, but there's context to it.
Understood. Let's get to our headlines, which are brought to us by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Of course, there's been a lot of backlash from the loss that the Miami Dolphins have had to face. Rex Ryan went on Get Up yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
Hell's he talking about? You know, maybe he's on a different level, McGenius guy, whatever the hell he is, nerd boy. But anyway, their team has no respect for the coach. They play like that. They're like, come on, man, get us a dang guy in here. Where's the physicality of this team? What did you say?
They're soft. They're soft.
They're soft. Like, I'm with you on that. And every part of their football team, they have tons of talent on this team. Daniel, we were talking, that's why you picked them to win, because they have tons of talent. Yeah. They don't play with any passion or any smoke to them.
Rex Ryan on Jet Up. Nerd boy.
Yeah, I would think, and here's what I would caution everybody to. So this weekend, say if they play the first quarter and they go 7-8 minutes in the first quarter, or the Patriots go 7 to 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not all of a sudden deem that, they came out to play this week because they played more, right? They only played 2 minutes in the 2.5 minutes the first quarter. The offense only played 2.5 minutes. And when the defense plays that much in the first quarter, that's going to catch up to you. So if they just play an equal amount of time, let's not take that and say, they turned it around. Because it's not necessarily going to mean that. I'm going to know when they turn it around when we start having some variances on that damn offense, right? Like, I mean, look, you don't need to be a professional coach or anything like that to look at the Dolphins and see two things: deep squaring or the bubble screen or the quick pass to the running back with two receivers in front of him. And I got to tell you, with all that beef I got inside, why would I want to run behind the block of Jalen Waddle? The smallest guy on the damn field. So, I don't understand. For the life of me, I can't understand a guy who's been known to be creative offensively. And I watch a football game, and I've seen the same basic concepts for 3 years. That part I'm never going to figure out. I'm not going to get over that.
You want some more Dolphins ripping?
Sure.
Here's Shady McCoy on his podcast.
And then the quarterback. I'm tired of him talking so much. I never thought he was that good anyway. You did. I never thought that.
I did.
I thought he had a baby arm because he had little arms. I thought he was a baby and I thought he was short. And I thought that he needed a certain coach to make him look good.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's the truth, though. I mean, you watching, though, right? Before he got Tyreek Hill and McDaniel with all this crazy offense, what was we talking about? They was talking about tampering with Tom Brady trying to get him down there.
Yeah.
And now we want to act like the real problem is Tyreek. No, he ain't the problem. Because in football, I learned this. I don't care what you got going on outside of football.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear, if you're putting touchdowns and points up, the NFL will deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Tyreek Hill. He's that good. Tua's not. Why he there?
Yeah.
Why they even pay him?
How long is
Because you
Tua's
had
leash?
like one real. I'm cooking right now. He had one good year for real playing wise, and number two, you always hurt, and you want all this max money. You tell me, Acho, because you like him.
I was on Speakeasy.
Speakeasy, their podcast. That's Shady McCoy and Emmanuel Acho, who's like all public Tua supporters, hanging our whole head a little lower today.
No, it's not. It's not even a matter of hanging. Like, do you guys agree with me? What this offense looked like the first year when Tua threw for all them yards?
Yeah, it obviously doesn't look the same. We talked about this last year, though, and the thing that was frustrating about it, and we talked about this all of last year, was like, where did the explosive plays go? And we're talking about the aside from the quarterback being out. Okay, so the games that he's there, why did this go from an offense that was big plays and dancing on teams and 70 points? And that was even just against the mediocre teams. That's the thing that's concerning about it. Like, we're not even talking about, hey, the Dolphins already had to get over the hump of not beating good teams. We knew that already. I'm talking about whenever the Dolphins had a game against somebody who was on their level, which is what the Colts were last year, that they could put up big points and they could be explosive. Last year, they turtled up because everybody, tried to take away the deep ball. They fell in love with Jonnu Smith. They decided, we're not paying Jonnu Smith. We want to get back to giving the guys we gave the big money to. And here we go. Game one, still not there. And that's the thing that's frustrating about it, is that this team had an identity that they leaned into, and it seems like it's been completely figured out. And this guy, who is supposedly a guru, seems overwhelmed, doesn't feel like he can solve the Rubik's Cube on this one.
There's actually here. What I'm about to say is probably not the best way of explaining it. But as long as I've been around coaching and around football, you learn more about the adjustments than the play, right? Some quarterbacks have the power to change a route, give a little signal, boom, boom. I see the coverage. I see what they in, change it that way. The offense I played with in Minnesota, it was all self-contained. That if you have a comeback and you're playing cover two, that automatically becomes a go route. That's standard football, right? It's not creative. It's not nothing. You cannot run a comeback to a corner that's chasing you down the field. That's standard. Okay? The hardest thing that I'm having a problem to deal with is the fact that as an offensive guru, there have been zero adjustments to what teams have tried to do to you. So here's what they said. You know what? We got a rule on our defensive unit. We're not going to let nobody get deeper than us, right? We're going to dare you to throw it deep. Okay, we got that. So now we're going to run crossing routes. So then what the defenses have said was, now because we can get to you with just changing up our blitzes a little bit, we're going to zone blitz you. But the one thing we will always have, if you watch all these teams, they always have a defender in the middle of the field. And they change it up. Sometimes the safety comes up. Sometimes a linebacker drops deep. Hell, they threw a pick to a rush in. Tua threw a pick to a rush in.
Yes, he did.
So the only way I can think to beat that is you got to throw outside the numbers. If they're going to pile in the inside, you pound them outside the numbers until they loosen up, and then maybe you go back to it.
This is what Mike McDaniel said yesterday when he was asked about why we haven't had a cheetah bomb in a whole calendar year.
He hasn't caught a 3-yard reception for a multitude of reasons. This last game, it was probably 3 different opportunities that the opportunity was taken away from him by his teammates' lack of execution on their non-ball assignments. So there's a there's a litany of things, compounding variables when you're talking about something like that, and specifically with yesterday, I'm not sure for the entire whole season if I'd want to say it was the same thing, but for this past game, it was definitely that the opportunities were there. No one saw the throw and the catch because it didn't exist because of a teammate.
No.
-1
Absolutely not. I ain't buying
for
it.
deception.
I ain't buying it.
Fraud.
I would like somebody to point out to me when the last time Tua threw a pass outside the numbers.
Bum.
Okay. First of all, you gotta show me that, because here, let me explain another thing to you. All plays are designed a certain way, right? And when you're in a meeting room and you're talking about certain plays, you're talking about where these guys are going to come open because you're putting pressure on that portion of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So say if they run a crossing route across the middle to the right, they run a shallow cross, and they run a swing outside with the back, you're flooding the right side of the field. So if the defense rolls over there and the left guy is scot-free running down the field, well, he's open because the quarterback ain't even looking over there. So let's not just say you had opportunities, you didn't hit the open guy. Plays are designed a certain way. The quarterback can't look across the whole field, and the defense can't cover the whole field. So you're trying to manipulate the defense with pass patterns and combination routes or whatever. So no. To say, Tyreek was running down the field by himself. Yeah, because you put him on the side of the ball by himself. You told him run a go route, and then you ran everybody to the other side of the field. And that's where the quarterbacks are looking. So, want
to make you feel better?
No, you can't.
Okay.
I'm so
JFig can make somebody feel better. JFig, you want to give away those tickets?
Maybe.
What caller number gets the Hardy tickets?
Caller number 8, because that's all the Dolphins scored last weekend.
Why do you gotta go ahead and just walk all
do you
over
agree
me?
with him?
Jeez.
No, I don't want it to be caller
He's just
number 8.
been running over you all day.
He's very mad.
Always doing this to me.
I'm just frustrated, dude. I'm frustrated. You understand this?
You want to let people talk when he's frustrated.
Understand this. I am talking football in the simplest of form. I'm not even getting complicated with offensive football. And so I'm mad because it's not even for offensive guru. This is like level 1 with adjustments.
Maybe he's a fake guru.
That's not Mike McDaniel's way.
No, it's not.
Boy.
No,
So what caller do you want to give it away, Jennifer?
I want to give it to caller number 4.
Caller 4 right now. To
which is half of what the Dolphins scored.
He's really upset.
He's upset.
Tell me how you really
Just
feel.
call him a bum, dude. You'll feel so much
I'm not
better.
gonna call him a bum.
Just call him a bum.
Because I do believe he knows offense.
Like believing in the Easter Bunny.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm low key hoping that you guys lose on Sunday because I want to see Leroy's true emotions come out. Because he said after week 2.
No, I said week 4. I said
no.
week
You
4,
said after no. Because Tobin asked you if they play like this after 2 weeks. And what are you going to say?
Oh no, because I said the statistics show that you start the season 0-2, 0-3, you're probably not gonna make the playoffs.
So if they
You're right.
You did get what you wanted, Tobin.
I did.
He did come with some heat.
You told him, do not come
I'm very
in here
proud. No.
Monday
Let me tell you
and
something. I want everybody to know
it's
this.
just week 1.
I am very proud of what.
No,
Leroy
I
did.
told you if they play like crap, I can't do that.
Anyway, if you guys want those Hardy tickets right now, caller 4 to 305-567-0560. You guys will win a pair of tickets. He's going to be at the I Think Financial Amphitheater on September 20th. Hardy's got Cole Wetzel with him, Stephen Wilson Jr., and Sikaris. So today's pair of tickets, we got them for the whole week, a pair of tickets every single day. But today's pair of tickets goes to caller number 4, 305-567-0560. This is a Live Nation show. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. It's time for a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. People are frustrated. Mike McDaniel. He did have good news for everybody. Here's what he had to say.
You know, I would say the good news and the positive is I don't see how it could be worse. And I also believe in you know, the coaches and players to get it fixed, because it wasn't, you know, it's just a shame. It's you work behind the scenes for months on end and you don't show any of it. It's frustrating, but that can be a good thing. And that's what I saw from the positive. I also you could tell, as frustrating as it was, the team didn't splinter and the effort still remained. There's things there, but overall, I'm not trying to, you know, paint a glossy. I'll call it what it is. It wasn't, you know, embarrassing. Not anything that
What the hell is he saying?
paying fans sign up for.
Yeah. No kidding, dude. Yeah, no kidding.
Time out. I'm sorry, bro. When you got to start, when you answering questions and you got to say we're not splintered, you're splintered. Because nobody asked you that.
You know who's splintered, Vlad?
The fan.
We're splintered.
Yes, I understand.
We've splintered off because you've been sitting here, and you want to know something? Leroy's been doing such an eloquent job today, trying to give you advice to fix your horse's ass offense.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Leroy.
But let me tell you something. Let me break it down for you here, McCoachin. Fix it. That's what we want. You go out there, you do your funny little dance, you say your things with your funny little glasses on, you're making jokey jokes to Dan Marino. What we want you to do, extension, Mike McDaniel, what I want you to do, guru, is fix it. Because the only reason we liked you in the first place was not because of your quirky little press conferences. I want bombs. That's why I was having fun. Because you were putting up 70. And now you have the audacity to tell me, it's just a shame. We prepared so much to do it. You guys didn't see it. Hey, you want to know something? Obviously, you didn't prepare enough. Because you had this whole camp talking about, we're going to be tough. It's going to be different. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. None of it's happened, Leroy. You want to know why? Because he hasn't fixed it, dude. That's why. You promised me you were going to fix it. You told me it was going to be fixed, and it's more broken than ever. And you have the audacity to say it can't get worse? Really, dude? Well, by my count, in about 10 days, I think it can be. Because you have an absolute rhinoceros coming in at quarterback from Buffalo. And trust me when I tell you, it can get worse. So don't even have the gall to tell people the good news is it can't get worse. Are you kidding me?
We got three offensive guys hurt and banged up, and they only played 29 plays.
Crazy.
Dude, I like, not for nothing.
They made Leroy, he made Leroy sad. Like, did you see Leroy?
He's depressed. Yeah.
Leroy.
It's not. Listen,
It's been the same.
here's why I'm annoyed by this. I shouldn't not be able to watch a game and sit on my couch and say, here's how I would adjust to defeat that. And the guy who you paying all that money to hasn't figured it out. Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Right? Like, for example, if me and Tobin are doing a show, right? You should not expect Tobin to know more football than me. Nor should you expect me to know more about the fight game than Tobin. It's just, that's the way it is.
Expertise.
So if I'm explaining football to you in this way, and I've simplified, I haven't even made it complicated. What do you think the head coach and the offensive guru should be doing? That's what I'm frustrated about.
And how many gurus you need. You bring in all these people, your little frat pack there. Slowick and Frank Smith. Oh, Frank tells me this tight end's going to be great. The guy had a recording deal last year. Get the hell out of here. That was your solution at tight end?
Don't you have to win to be a guru?
He was one everywhere else.
Not calling plays, he wasn't.
Yeah, that was Shanahan.
Sitting there just, saying.
I would just say that I told you, Tobin, that if I saw a sweep or a bubble screen, I was going to lose my mind.
Yep.
I have extended that to also include the deep square in with 8 of the 11 guys in the middle of the field.
Nice.
Because, now, listen. I'm going to say this, and this is not a knock on the person I'm getting ready to say this about. X ain't no damn offensive guru.
Xavien Howard?
Yeah. If he could figure it out, you ain't doing something right. Because you should always be one step ahead of a defensive player.
Oh, no. If he could figure this out, and he hasn't played in 2 years.
Right.
Offense has not adjusted in the 2 years that he hasn't played. Because he would know your offense very well since he played defense. He was defensive back of your team. So he would know from training camp and practices. So being the fact that they signed him, 2 weeks before the game, and he was able to tell them everything that was about to happen. And if you really look at that game, it looked like the Colts knew exactly what the Dolphins were going to do. Their play calls, their adjustments, their audibles, all of that.
There was no adjustments. When was the last time you saw Tua audible? He doesn't. Okay? So, listen, as much as I say defenses are dumb, right? If you only give them one thing to think about, they can fix that.
I wish you would stop saying that, though. It's just not very nice.
What?
Just that defenses are dumb. It's just not polite.
They are.
You
know why? You know why? Because they're the only positions in sports that think it make them look smart if they yell which way you going.
Yeah, well,
They're the only people in sports, right? That if you run the same play 3 times, they can cover it. But if you deviate from that, they seem lost.
So what happens?
Yeah, but how about when Tua had to yell at his team to get in the right place?
I'm just saying.
I was like, oh my God. Like we're still can we just tell you something?
No, listen.
Let me say
from the offensive side of the ball, every team that happens every game.
Does it?
That's not
Don't let it happen down 30.
No, but it just happens.
Oh,
sometimes you go out and line up.
No, dude.
Because when you hear the play call, to be honest with you, some of the plays are really wordy. And when you listen to the play, you sometimes forget the formation.
I'll tell you
that's not an indication of how bad you are.
It's not an indication of how good they are. And let me tell you something, Mike. You say it can't get worse. Let me tell you your one saving grace with that game. It was on the road. And I'd hate to see what the fan reaction is going to be like today if you put up another clunker like that. Because I got to imagine, my friend, this fan base is coming in heated for this game.
Then. So first possession is very critical for the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
And wait a minute.
I'm talking about this.
I got another one. Another one for you. Besides the adjustment to their offense is having Alex Ingold run the crossing route. We ain't going to even talk about that.
I just don't understand why.
But you ever notice the square end always comes from left to right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be noticing that. Dude, if I can watch a game and point out, I shouldn't be noticing that. I always watch the game and say, ooh, this is what I think they're going to do. Let me see what the adjustment is. And they run the same damn thing.
Are you sure you're just not advanced?
You're not AI?
You sure? You're saying Lou Anarumo's going to notice that going in?
X noticed it.
By the way.
Wait, because here, let me explain something to you. when you do zone blitz, right? The guy who's blitzing, which is the DBs, and you drop one of those fat linemen off, when you practice it in practice, you put a parking cone and you tell him, go to the parking cone. You don't tell him to cover anybody. Where do you want me to drop back? Drop back to this area right here. You ain't got to adjust. You ain't got to do nothing. He going to throw it right to you. So when the fat ass rush in drops back to the parking cone and you throw it to him, you know what's better than a sack for a big man? A pick 20 yards down the field.
Not me.
He ain't even supposed to be there.
No, did you see his face? His face was going right to the camera, like he wanted to smoke with the.
We need to get Leroy cam during the game.
Oh, a camcorder, like a camera, a Leroy cam.
Yeah, Leroy cam.
Dude.
Nah.
What would Socrates say to that?
Socrates would say, you dump the box of rocks.
Flying everywhere. Wings might be flying
Socrates
everywhere.
would say, take my name out your mouth. We ain't on the same level.
Yo,
what would Socrates say to that?
McDaniel has upset Leroy. I've never seen this.
Here's why. Here's why I'm upset with Mike McDaniel. Because I know he's better than this.
Yeah, are we sure? We may think that he is. I don't know.
Dude,
I anticipated this.
Here comes the crossing route. Left to right. Uh-oh. Fat ass Russian is in the way. I wonder how they figured that out. Because you've been running the same stuff for 3 years.
Dude, Leroy,
That's not Mike McDaniel's way.
Change it up. Run the crossing route from right to left.
Leroy lost it.
Dude, am I wrong? Am I lying?
You're not lying, but
okay.
But you're usually the calm. Tobin's usually
because I'm just because you know why? Here. You know why I can usually be calm? Let me tell you why. Because in some cases, Tobin lucks up on being right, but he don't really know why he's right.
I don't
and in my mind, I'm breaking it all down.
No, but I know things. Don't say that. I don't luck into it.
Dude.
I'm a big snack time guy.
Oh, I'm gonna go get me a piece of cheesecake in this next break.
Guys,
I'm just telling you, dude. I
just want to know why they keep on going sideways. Like the end zone's north and south. They always throwing sideways.
Dude, let me tell you something. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are the smallest two guys on the field. Why are they blocking for each other? You got 1,000, you got 1,200, 1,300 pounds of beef in between the hash marks, and your solution is let's put Alex Ingold to catch a ball and have Tyreek and Waddle block for him. Figure that out.
Ergo, what do you want him to tell him to do?
Anything else?
No, you want him to tell him to fix it. Fix it.
That will be the name of this segment.
Take a break. Got to step away from this for a minute. Mix things up.
No, we don't.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM, as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Mix things on up here. It is the mixed bag. Haven't gotten to this, but wanted to give a little bit of love here to Micky Arison. Miami Heat owner went into the Hall of Fame this week, Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
And give you a little bit of his.
I'm in a happy place.
Get closer to the mic.
Do you legitimately have cheesecake?
Yeah.
Get closer to the mic.
Where did you get that cheesecake?
In my refrigerator.
Oh, okay. Give a little love to Micky Arison here. He made some jokey jokes in the speech because LeBron was there, also a part of the Redeem team, which went into the Hall of Fame. And this is what Micky had to say on the Big Three.
In 2006, we believed we could win. But then in 2010, with Dwayne, LeBron, and Chris Bosh, we knew we could win. Not one, not two. I guess it was just 2. 4 straight finals, championship in 12 and 13, and a Big Three era that made history. The only players on 3 championship teams were Dwayne Wade and Udonis Haslem. UD, thank you for being a caretaker of Heat culture for 20 years and for being here tonight to represent the Little 12. I guess that's an inside joke.
All of that was inside jokes.
All of it. Well, no, we all got the not one, not two. We got that
But
one.
nobody laughed. That was funny.
LeBron laughed. They cut to him.
But the crowd should have laughed. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know what? I think the jokes are better that way when they're more personable, right? Like when you tell a joke that the people that are up there with you can share with you, everybody else doesn't necessarily have to share it, but you know you had that relationship with the owner, right? That's a cool thing.
This
right?
was Micky Arison's close to the Hall of Fame speech.
A good team's governor's job is to make sure the team has everything it needs, but it's never about us. It's about the coaches. It's about the players. I firmly believe team owners should rarely be heard from, so I've already spoken too long. To my fellow inductees, it's an honor to share the stage with you this weekend. We are all very different, but we share one thing. We all wanted to do the right by our teams and the people around us. I never thought that would lead to the Hall, but thank you, and go Heat.
Goosies. And I love that he throws a pot shot to Mark Cuban there at the end. I know who you're talking about, Mickey. He doesn't shut up. He never shuts up, Mark Cuban.
I think
Shut
he
up,
is
Mark Cuban.
Can we say Mickey is one of the quietest, most loved owners in the league that we know of? Because he lets people do their job. He brought Pat in and he said, "Pat, I'm going on my boat. Take care of it." right.
Just always on the boat. You always picture him on the boat.
He stepped in when he thought he had to, with the D Wade situation.
Yep.
And with other situations. So that's kind of what an owner does. Right.
Yeah, just step in with the Jimmy situation. He goes,
right.
This isn't going to work this time.
Right. But he's always he's never been mad. He's never, called out anybody. He's never, if you want to know how a guy can be successful in owning a franchise, but have the right people in place, that's it.
Yeah, he gave some love to Pat Riley as well.
In 1988, my father was part of the group that brought the Miami Heat to Miami. Ironically, when I found out that he was talking to David Stern, I tried to convince him not to get involved. We had tremendous success in the cruise business and valued our privacy. But the Miami Heat and the game of basketball quickly became an all-consuming passion for our family. So in 1995, I acquired the controlling interest and became managing general partner. Our plan was simple: do right by South Florida and build a winner. The first thing I did was join forces with Pat Riley, a proven winner a champion, and one of the greatest winners in NBA history. Pat is one of a kind. He and his wife, Chris, have become great friends. We've been through highs, we've been through lows, and he's still an unstoppable force. Pat, we boarded the Carnival Imagination for your introductory press conference in 1995, and you talked about a parade down Biscayne Boulevard. We've now had 3 of those championship parades and have been a Hall of Fame organization ever since. There's no way I'm standing here tonight without you.
Yeah. Micky Arison going into the Hall this week alongside Carmelo Anthony, Billy Donovan, Dwight Howard, among other.
I keep forgetting this. It's
2008.
It's Basketball Hall of Fame, not NBA Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Wow.
You think they should be separate?
No.
No.
Nah, I'm fine with it.
I was just asking. I didn't have a feeling one way or another.
I'm fine with it. It was cool. It was cool to see everybody there. It was a big Heat celebration because of the Redeem team being there. Redeem team, kind of that big 3. Wink. Start.
That is where the big 3 started, right?
Wink. Yep. So it was appropriate. It was an appropriate weekend for Mickey to go in. Happy for him, and looking forward to this Heat season. And give me some more news. I need some Precious Achiuwa updates, dude. Let's go.
Really?
Eurobasket's over.
Are you serious right
I
now?
need something. Need something.
Stop. You ain't gonna change my mood with Precious Achiuwa.
Tobin.
I'm sorry. I didn't
say that again.
He just had cheesecake.
Well, I'll put him in a great mood. Just kidding. Here's Damian Woody saying the Miami culture stinks.
I've always said when it comes to the Dolphins, their play style doesn't it's not conducive to long-term success in the National Football League. Mike McDaniel, he draws up a lot of eye candy and try to fool people, but in the National Football League, it's about the line of scrimmage. It's about it's about physicality, imposing your will on that. There's none of that with the Miami Dolphins. And I've talked about their culture down there stinks. We've been talking about it all off season. And when you come out there and lay an absolute egg on week 1, 33-8 to Daniel Jones in week 1, like, come on, give me a break.
Man.
Damn. He was
another guy in football. I wonder what I've been saying for the last 2 years.
Sheesh.
You know what? We all listen. When football guys talk, we know they know what they're talking about clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But after this week's one loss, Leroy, Larry Zonka, Damian Woody, like all these guys are saying basically the same thing. That's bad. That's a nasty, nasty, nasty optic for your team.
Vlad, let me tell you this.
Oh, Baldy said it first. Like all these former players, they
say what you want about anything that I'm saying. But the NFL has been cyclical for a number of years, correct? And name something that all of the past 5 or 6 champions in the NFL have had.
They can stop the run, they can run the ball.
Correct. Okay. And no matter how much they try and circumvent that and do something outside of the box and be creative, when it gets to December and January and the Super Bowl's in February, it all boils down to those 2 things. So I don't care what you have on the outside. I don't care how much of an arm your quarterback has. If you can't do those 2 things and you don't have those 2 things, you're not winning a championship. And I'm not the one to say that. Just go look at the teams that have won championships and say, what have they talked about these teams going into the Super Bowl?
Well, and you're absolutely right with that, which goes back to my point that I've always been saying. This team never drafts for the division and conference that they're in. So that's why the guy who's going to get away with this, because clearly his lips are close to Boss Ross' ass cheeks so close, so much that he's not going to get fired. But when you don't draft the players for your team to be able to execute and win games in December and January, that's on the general manager.
I'm telling you, Vlad.
All 3 of them got to go.
No, he's not going anywhere.
I know, but then that's what I'm just saying.
Vlad, you're so right. He's an A+ ass kisser. He's been around for 20 years. And let me tell you something right now. I can already smell the press conference a mile away. As soon as those Jalen Ramsey leaks were coming from, you could already see the CYA happen for Chris Grier. This dude's going to be sticking around. He's going to pick the next coach, and he's going to continue to freaking sign injured players. It's going to be great. One more in the mixed bag. Man, Campbell, tough. But they did get their ass kicked. He says they need to turn this thing around right away against the Bears this week.
No, listen, Ben's my friend. He's always going to be my friend, but nothing about that's going to change, we're going in getting ready to play Chicago. We're going to win this game. We have to. We got to find a way to clean things up and do what we got to do. And they're going to try to do the same thing. It's like every week.
Sounds like Dan Campbell just laid down the old guarantee.
He just basically said, "You're my boy, but I'm gonna whoop your ass because my job's on the line."
Vlad, you know what I couldn't wait for?
What?
Playing games against my friends.
Oh yeah, you said that. You love because it's nothing more than you being able during the offseason to talk that trash, and they got to eat that.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Or if I dump truck one of my friends,
that's a highlight reel.
And then look, I don't never usually hang out on the field after a game. I dump truck one of my boys, and I was like, "Don't run. Come over here. Don't run."
Leroy's sad. I want to go to a prayer circle, and Leroy wants to. That's messed up, Leroy.
Right up. I
Let him pray to God.
I told him, I say, "I'm your Jesus today."
I will say one thing though, man, Campbell. Man, Campbell, don't lose.
Yeah, but wait, Vlad, I've been jacked up a couple of times, and I got jacked up by one of my boys that I played with in college or against in high school, and he tackled me, and I went back, and he crawled over and said, "I've been waiting for this for 3 years." Wait, dude, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, right? So we 2 people on it was like 3rd and 5 or something like that, and we both on the field crawling at each other laughing. I'm telling you. Oh no, your friends? Oh yeah.
But no, this
got to get them.
Both teams are 0-1. You don't want to be 0-2 in the division.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Well, look,
you see,
I trust Detroit more than I trust Chicago, even though I think Chicago is a lot better than they were last year.
Leroy, I got really mad during the break.
I've been mad for the last 2 hours, thanks to you.
They just play. Why is it my fault? They just
keep
played.
Mike McDaniel. Look, every time you say, "Oh, Leroy's calm down," you know what Mike McDaniel said yesterday? You've been doing it. You've been doing it all day.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
I get mad. I'm like, damn it, he got me again. Go and get a piece of cheesecake.
They just played during the first take break a Gatorade commercial with Josh Allen.
Oh, you hate that?
And do you want to know what they did? Exactly what Gatorade is supposed to do. Josh Allen highlight, black and white video, sweating purple Gatorade. And this Tua has to do a stupid DM ad. I'm going to show him who I am. Idiots. Fire your agent.
Hey, by the way, I would say somebody says I stay quiet when it comes to Grier because he's the Michigan Ross mouthpiece. Like, wait a minute.
Get out of here.
There is no person that has been more critical of the way they have built this team up front with injured players and guys who used to be good. Okay? I have complained about that in any sport. I will tell you, I'm not spending top dollars for a player that is coming off an injury because of where I am. The Dolphins are not in a position to wait it out. They ain't got time for all that. So why are you bringing in players that's going to sit out the whole offseason and then you got to baby them back into football?
Yeah, no. Well,
you set yourself up for trouble.
You're more concerned about that than Chris Grier is, you know? That's how it works with him.
I don't, but to be fair, I was like that with Tua. So, and it had nothing to do with Tua's ability. I just said I would have drafted the healthy quarterback over one that has had injuries. It doesn't mean that it can't work out or that it won't work out. I'm just saying, based on where this franchise is, the one thing you need more than anything, you don't need stars. You don't need Pro Bowlers. You know what you need on this team? Active participants.
Listen, I'm going to ask you.
Camp started on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, you had 8 guys on IR. You just started. Why you hurt already? What you nursing? I seen you on the party boats, and I seen you having fun in Greece and Italy and all over the world, and then you come to play football and I got a hammy? No. So I would have fixed that first. That would have been the first thing. If I had a 90-man roster, besides the guys that got hurt last year and coming back, I would have had about 85 full goers. Because that's what this team needs. Active participants.
You know what they are? They're like that. You may want to go fill up the gas. That's where they live. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. How would you guys like to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit you in an elementary school of your choice? It could happen. It's WQAM's MVP experience with the Dolphins, Zach Sieler. He's on board to speak at a school. Just go to WQM.com, enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade. You guys will have a chance to get a visit from Zach Sieler. We'll speak to the students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com.
When is that day?
When is what day?
When he talks to the...
I don't know.
Oh, because I would have been funny if Mike McDaniel went to go talk to the kids.
Listen, those kids would light him up.
That's what I'm saying.
Zach Sieler, they'll be like, "It's a giant." You know,
Right.
they'll like speaking. Zach Sieler goes in with his cowboy hat. He's like, "Kids, let me teach you how to wrangle an alligator and a quarterback. I'm Zach Sieler, man's man. Even though my coach threw me under the bus today, I lifted that bus up to go get me an anaconda in the Everglades." Coach, why did he throw you under the bus, Zach Sieler? Because he's too soft to do it to Tyreek Hill. Next question, kid.
Why does it Tua throw it deep?
Got a noodle arm after busting his hip last year. Next question.
I mean, some of the issues, I mean, yeah, we can put it on that. But I tell you what, give me 20 minutes with that offense. And I'm not kidding you.
I think Leroy's saying that he could fix the Dolphins offense faster than you can get your car washed.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, you know how it will start? I'd run something different. Dude, and I've played in simple offenses and I've played in complicated offenses. And the simple offense was this. In Minnesota with Brian Billick, we called the same plays out of different formations, and your route was determined by where you were on the field, no matter who you were. And because defenses react to people, they would chase somebody away from the play or away from where a play was designed. So, yeah.
Kentucky Finn says Zach Sieler will call Mike McDaniel yellow because he's yellow. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Dolphins will be back on the practice field tomorrow. They're off today. We got some unfortunate injury updates. James Daniels going to miss some weeks. Storm Duck, multiple weeks. Austin Jackson, he's getting that toe looked at. Not great, dude. Not great. See, Adam Sandler was working out with the Heat players. Well, he was playing ball with the Heat players. He wasn't working out.
I heard he's a halfway decent basketball player.
He is.
He
was working out with he was playing ball with Jaime Jaquez and Khalil Ware.
That's the same outfit that he would wear to the Tonight Show or to play basketball.
That's the same.
That's Hollywood's outfit. Hollywood stole Adam Sandler's whole fit. The producer of the Joe Rogan Show. This is a Hollywood outfit. This is a Danny Rabinowitz outfit right here. Danny Rabinowitz is basically
polo, gym shorts, and
some
sneakers.
Some sneakers, yeah. Because you know why? Adam Sandler's ready for a game at any given moment.
See that Jaime went with the little cut there. He's got a different look going on this year.
Not long hair, huh?
Yeah. You bet.
You know what's amazing?
You think it'll change?
Jaime's not short. Look at how tall Khalil is next to him.
Oh yeah, no. Khalil's a behemoth, dude.
I mean, come on. The guy
Look at that.
7'4". He's gonna make everybody.
No, he's a behemoth. He's the only guy in the league who can like stick with Wemby.
Yeah.
That was such a great game. Oh, what a game that was last year.
No, that's not Carolina Blue. He called that looks like a John Cena jort.
Do you think that like Adam Sandler?
Those are jorts.
Do you think he has a stylist who just is like
refuses?
Like does his outfit cost like $900 or is he just going to TJ Maxx?
He's just going to
TJ
TJ
Maxx.
He's going to Walmart and Target.
I'm just asking, like, because you know, people will still buy expensive stuff as rich people, but look like bums.
You know what you hear about Adam Sandler?
You know, like some of the stuff Tyler Hero wears.
No, Adam Sandler admits to that.
Adam
That
Sandler,
he don't
spend money.
And I love that.
I love it too. I'm just wondering. I didn't know if it was like all a farce at this point
It
because he's
doesn't
so
look great,
rich.
but I love it.
You know what's funny? We always want to spend money. Obviously, when we have money, we want to spend it on all the designer stuff and everything like that. But then when you look at the people who really, really have wealth, they dress however they want.
I don't think I've seen Eric Spoelstra wear anything other than a Heat polo and maybe a Heat hoodie.
I mean, he doesn't have Micky Arison wealth.
He's got good
Yeah,
money.
I mean, look, Pat Riley dresses.
Oh, Pat Riley dresses.
Right.
That's Mr. Armani. Armani passed away this week, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Last week.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
You think it's gonna be a clearance?
I don't
Absolutely
think so, dude.
not.
I think it's
this
going to become more
actually makes
expensive.
it exactly.
I think it makes it more expensive. No, Pat Riley put out a statement for it. I was like, oh, that's how I found out. I was like, oh no.
Well, I mean, if you got almost a lifetime contract with the person, you're gonna have to put something.
Of course. No, I think he's Mr. Armani, Pat Riley. Have to. Absolutely. Pat Riley, by the way, Pat Riley hates that the coaches don't dress up anymore. He hates it.
I love it.
He is so rats off a ship on that I actually, it was funny because the Swedish coach in Eurobasket, he was the only one dressed in a suit. And I was like, he's like Swedish Pat Riley. Everybody else is wearing polos looking like schlubs.
Have you seen those guys when sweating their suit? They look nasty, bro.
I like it. I think it's a good look. Van Gundy.
Listen, there's
Pearl.
There was
Pearl's a sweater.
Riles is the only one, but that's because Riles never took off his jacket, so you
Mm-mm.
don't know if he's sweating. But the other guys,
When Spo because
Hill.
Vlad, you remember rookie Spo, how big those suits were? Because it looked like he just got Pat Riley's hand-me-downs. and then like we got to Big 3 era, Spo was styling, dude. He was styling. He had it going on. I miss that too. I want them back in the suits. Tate South says Tibbs looks horrible in suits. Well, I can empathize with Tibbs. We got fat necks, and he's just not built for ties. Like but I don't care, dude. It's something about it. It's a good look. Dressed to the nines. Does anybody say that anymore?
Just in the 9, yes.
People say that, yeah.
The Caucasians.
Intangibles.
Intangibles.
Has Phillies Karen come out of hiding? We haven't talked about that.
No, she has not.
Did you see this story this week, Leroy?
No.
So at the Marlins game this week, somebody hit a home run for the Phillies, and there were a bunch of Phillies fans there. And there was a scramble in the outfield seats, and a dad comes away with the ball, and he goes and he gives the ball to his kid. All Phillies fans, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady comes over, and she's got the Phillies jersey on. She's got Mike McDaniel glasses on.
She got the haircut.
She's got the haircut.
She's got the consonant haircut.
She just goes over and berates this guy
Mind
for
you,
stealing the ball from him.
This guy is chill with his son. He's having
Has a
good
moment.
time.
He's hugging his son.
And then she comes out of nowhere into his face. She's like,
She's giving him the finger point. You took that ball from
if
me.
you get in my face that close and start pointing at me.
I'm snuffing you.
But he gave the ball to her. He's like, all right, get out of
Yeah,
here.
the good thing is that he was just like he didn't want the smoke, so he just
So he gives the ball to Phillies Karen. This thing goes bananas viral in the moment, to the point where the Marlins sent the family a gift bag. Like they bring the stuff. This is all happening on the broadcast. They bring him a gift bag, and then the player I forget who hit it. It wasn't like Bryce Harper or anything like that.
No,
Bader, is that his last name?
Bader.
He goes and he meets the family afterward. They get a bat, so it actually worked out. The kid made out like a bandit.
sorry, I'm pressing buttons.
The kid made out like a bandit, but Phillies Karen is on the run. Everyone's looking like this. Phillies Karen has become enemy number one because she's like she's claiming
Basically took a ball from a kid.
Stole the ball, took a ball from a kid.
But that girl had no reason. That lady had no reason. She was on like the top row and the gentleman was on the bottom, so he was able to get it. She went down and just started berating the father and the child. And yeah, she's got that nasty short hair, dude. We all know what that is. Yeah, you know.
She looks, she just looks like she yells at customer service. Like that's what, and so this ends up in like it's going crazy. Everyone's
hiding.
talking. Oh yeah, no one can find her.
People that think that is her, they've been going like they've been people who been falsely accused of being her, and they're like one lady at her job at a school. They thought it was her, and they were calling the school to get her fired, and then the school council had to say no.
You can't fire her.
The Philly Karen is not.
You can't fire Philly's Karen. I mean, this isn't like a Coldplay situation where like the CEO is.
Yeah, she was above too. What was she fighting for?
That's what I'm saying. She was above. Like, I don't know why she was fighting.
It was on his row.
Look, the rules are simple. All right. If there's a scramble for the ball, okay, whoever comes away with that ball comes away with the ball. Like
Finders keepers.
Finders keepers. If there's a kid that comes out of that scramble, you give that ball to the kid. Right. If you catch it on the fly, the kid can kick rocks. You probably still should give it to a kid, but like if you catch it on the fly, that's you. That's your ball.
Funny that you mentioned.
But if you have to go on the ground, sorry, that's that ball's up for grabbies.
She was also very aggressive with the tap on the shoulder.
That's what you know what?
Don't touch. Don't touch.
If she would have got knocked out, then what?
So as barter.
Think she's got a crack problem?
You see that haircut? Like if you fighting for a ball, that means you need something to barter.
Get over it. Move on to the next.
You need something they trade in. Hey, I'll give you a baseball.
I don't understand why. First of all, I don't understand why a grown ass woman would even want a baseball like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like she really wanted it. And then here's the thing: you can't do that and now go in hiding. Nah, ma, you got to come outside.
Yeah.
You can't go in hiding all of a sudden. They're really hiding this woman. Like they can't find her. They can't find. They don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's real and what's not because I do see people are saying, "Oh, she works in the New Jersey school district or something like that."
It wasn't true.
I don't think that's true. I think they just say things on Twitter anymore. But look, I don't even want her identified. Yeah. I don't care. I don't want it, but I just think it's ridiculous to like, look, okay, the kid got the ball. Like, if I was that dad, I'd be like, look, you're not getting this ball. You want a beer? Like, you want something else? You want something from the gift shop if you're that, crazy about it? Because like those kids, like they love baseballs, and it really is a kid's game.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. So somebody said, but the father didn't look like he had a lot of masculinity in him.
He did. I saw he kind of like he was like shook that this lady come and runs in his face, and he kind of goes like, "Whoa." But
he wasn't aware of his surroundings.
But he wasn't like, I think he was, I do think he was taken off like this lady came at him that aggressive.
In all fairness, yes. I mean, you can't do nothing.
And you're in front of your kid.
You're in front of your kid and you're in front of other people. If you get aggressive towards a lady, then they might think you're, So, I mean, he had to do the right thing. Sometimes you got to take an L in order to win.
Kid made out like a bandit anyway.
Yep.
But
why
still.
do people do that though? That's crazy. You're an old lady and you took a ball from a kid.
I keep rewatching it and I just get bothered every
time.
Because
she was on
just
top.
Grabs him from the arm like that too. Very aggressive.
No, but not only that, JFig, she had to come down to his
went
row.
all the way down.
Like you had to go around, like you had to come down and walk past people to come to him and put your
got in his face and in the kid's face too.
You lucky my girl. Yeah, my girl was there. Ooh, he lucky his girl.
You're lucky.
Dude, it's rough. They're making
Mr. Figueroa wasn't there.
I see one where they turned her into Gollum from Game of Thrones. My precious. They got Phillies Karen. They got Phillies Karen Halloween costumes already set for Spirit Halloween.
Oh.
Not the wig.
That's tough.
The
wow.
wig.
We'll take a break. More to come after this. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on 104.3. Oh, man, is it raining again? Good God.
Oh, I know it's been crazy the last couple of days.
Crazy, dude. It's been crazy.
Behind you looks bad. Like it looks gloomy.
Yeah. Ominous.
Yeah, that's the word.
Got Canes USF this weekend. Kind of turned into a big game.
That's a good game.
It's a good game. And they smoked them last year. Remember when Cam Ward points right to him? He's running into the end zone. This team's been slaying some dragons early on. I'm excited about it. Because, the Bethune game was all right. I was happy to see everybody get their work in. But I'm ready for after that first Notre Dame game and holding on squeaky cheeks, I'm ready for the business to pick up with the Canes again.
Yeah.
Hell of a time.
I want a
3:30 game the following week. I just want the Canes to win. And then the Gators lose to LSU, so we can have an early afternoon game on Saturday the 20th.
Yeah, I don't think the Gators look, dude, they may be headed for hard times this year again.
Oh no, it's hard times, bro.
They really are. Like that Billy Napier, they hate his guts.
Those first 2 games they had, Leroy and Tobin, LIU, Brooklyn, and South Florida, those are supposed to be the wins.
Yep.
Because their next 5 games,
brutal.
God, that's not fair.
Nope.
It isn't fair. Like I don't care if you were the athletic director, I would have. If I was the coach, I'm gonna like, really. This is the schedule you're giving me this year. You playing Miami, you play LSU this week, then you play Miami, then you get a bye week, and then you got Texas, Mississippi State, and then Georgia.
Didn't even know Long Island had a school.
Neither did I, and I'm from Brooklyn.
That's crazy. Let alone a football team. I thought that was
like I knew they had a school.
I thought that was like, I thought that was the Barry University of Long Island.
Like I know they had I think one time they made it to the NCAA tournament.
Like in basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen for a basketball team. Like random ass years, but like
I think one of my former high school players, Robert Phelps, might have gone there or something like that. But yeah.
That was crazy.
5 minutes. But Jesus, it's crazy to see that they had to play LIU Brooklyn. They weren't crazy for it because it was the first game, and then they couldn't beat South Florida. That's nasty work.
I feel good about this Canes team. They feel very
maybe South Florida is good. That's a possibility.
No, that is good. It is possible they are good.
I'm just saying, you're Florida.
That don't mean nothing.
You're just talking. We're talking. It's like there are things that like when you're. It's just a status of the school. Like it's right. Florida. That's all it is.
But you like got to play the game. I don't care what
would you feel good if you lost to Central Michigan?
No, we lost to Appalachian State.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's a famous one, but I'm just saying like maybe it could happen. That Central Michigan's had some.
Yeah, but USF was good. They had a little run here and there.
They had a run here and there with the
okay.
JPP.
Okay, I can say that Appalachian State has never had a run in D1.
No.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
No. Shoelaces. What's his name? The kid that when they
from down here. He's from Deerfield.
Yeah, he beat Michigan.
No, he played for Michigan.
Yeah,
Denard Robinson.
He had beat Michigan the year before.
Denard Robinson played for Michigan.
He beat Michigan the year before from Appalachian State. Appalachian State beat Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Was he on the app team?
No, he played for Michigan.
Okay. I thought he transferred over.
No. He didn't have a Borregales situation where he beat the Canes and then became the Canes.
Right.
By the way,
he never played. He always played for Michigan.
By the way, the Dolphins have signed Cole Strange off of the Browns practice squad.
Yeah, there we go. Can I just say something? I'm gonna say this with all sincerity. If I'm signing a player, right, I'm going to go to the Eagles practice squad. I'm going to go to Kansas City's practice squad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to a team that, been struggling with like me.
Yeah,
maybe they got the same problem we got, talent selected.
Well, yeah, I get you. By the way, Mike Florio has come out with his new power rankings. Of course,
30th.
Last week he had the Dolphins 29th.
Oh, 32nd.
32nd.
Yeah. They earned it.
They did earn it.
I could say before I had a problem with it.
Apologies to Florio. I got,
You
I
only
got
have to apologize to him, right?
I do. I got my feelings about it. He's loud right now, not me. I'm the stupid one. This is what he said yesterday, by the way, on Tyreek Hill. You got that potted up, Vlad? The buttons.
Tyreek Hill's going to be traded.
Get this year.
At some point between now and the Tuesday after Week 9, Tyreek Hill's going to be traded. He's this year's Davante Adams. I thought when I went to bed last night, the Chiefs would be the team to watch, and they are, I think, a team to watch, given their struggles offensively.
Right.
There's another team to put on the list. Mark it down. Pittsburgh Steelers for Tyreek Hill. Chiefs and the Steelers. Watch those two teams, because this is not going to last. This is exactly the beginning of the formula.
He was mad yesterday.
We already saw it on the sideline, right? He held it together. Lord, I apologize. Let me come back. I know I said I wanted to leave. Let's rebuild this. It's going to fall apart quickly. They have the Patriots this weekend at home. If they lose that one, this thing, the wheels are just bouncing down the road.
You
for the
told me
Dolphins.
I'm holding all this accountable this year. You make $55 million, you need to play like Lamar and Josh Allen then. And we saw Jared Goff and Tua yesterday not play like $55 million Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
They did not.
I'm on. This is my mission this year, to correct all this crap with the quarterback contracts in the NFL.
Shut up, Chris Sims. You mean mission?
He's right, though.
Yeah, I don't care if he's right.
But here's the problem with what he said. You want me to tell you what the problem is? What he said?
Yeah, do tell.
A guy who's never been in that position can't be complaining about, quarterback salaries.
So glad we have.
If you go back and ask a Dan Marino or a Jim Kelly or a guys that were that guy, they would say good for them.
So glad that Chris Sims can be here and be like the salary cap crusader. Not a $50 million quarterback. Thanks, Chris. Do you think everybody has to call up now and just clear it through Chris Sims? How much should we pay this guy, Chris? Not according to Chris Sims, the franchise quarterback cap crusader, which is my mission. This is what has me most mad, too, about you stinking up the joint. This guy being right now. Fix it, dude.
Pretty much.
Take a break. Final segment coming on up. We might have to do an extra segment because I'm not driving in this rain. Scary. And welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. Want to let you guys know one more time, Mike Tyson is bringing his Return of the Mike show to Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December. Stories and more from Iron Mike. And we got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word Tyson to 20357, TYSON. Text that to 20357. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Also, tickets are available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. So check that on out. And we will get this to you, hopefully. You guys can try and win that whole thing. The Dolphins will be back at practice tomorrow, getting this going. And
they should get another day off because they just practiced on Sunday.
Kind of. I mean, they showed up to a practice.
Dude, and the thing is I ain't even putting it on. I'm not putting it on effort. I'm not putting it on any of those easy things that people go to. You know what I'm saying? No. Like I don't care about all that. Like I care about how you play. I don't want to hear about effort. I don't want to hear about preparation. No. Because listen, when it gets down to it, the first thing you are is you're a competitor. And regardless of how bad the situation is you're in, you go out and compete because you want to win. So I'll start there.
I just am, it's at this point though, man, you got to wonder if they got it in them. Like it's such a faith shaker to lose like that to start the season. I know people can bounce back from bad performances, but I just feel like this can turn bad for them if they don't get off to even a good start in the game. It feels like the atmosphere in that building can be really nasty on Sunday, So you hope that they can come out of the gates with a haymaker, and it just doesn't feel like they got that in them anymore. I mean, we've talked about it a lot today, but it's just like, do they have that anymore? That gear that actually made them nightmarish to defend. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be but losing the right side of your line is also not going to be great for Tua. Can't imagine that's going to help matters.
You know what? I don't know if it couldn't have happened if I would have picked the guys, but I know one guy I wouldn't have picked.
Torn Achilles guy?
Yeah. Again, what has hurt this team more than anything in the last 3 years? Injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So why on God's green earth would the solution be, let's go get a guy recovering from injury, from injury?
Does it make anybody furious watching Van Ginkel play for the Vikings last night?
Don't even. He almost got another pick six.
Yeah, like he does. It's like the same play. He's known for that, and you missed that, don't you?
Just see him look. I'm like, Van Ginkel. Why isn't Van Ginkel here? Hugh Wang.
Does he still have that Disney Plus account?
I feel like he's got a lot more money. He doesn't have to do that now. Could have had him on the cheap skis. They're like, nah, you know what? We got this. We don't need Van Ginkel. What do we need him for?
So here's my question to you guys. Because as I rethink this whole thing, here's what I think. And this will determine what you feel about the parties involved. Do you think they need to do what they're doing better, or they need to be doing something different?
Different.
Correct. And that's how you come to the determination.
I thought you were asking opinion. I didn't know that you had like a right or wrong to that one.
No, there's not. I was asking your opinion, but I knew what the answer was. I was just asking to let you talk for a minute.
SDI says they couldn't bring him back because they had to pay the bum QB. Well, they showed him the money.
The market's the market.
Ty Surge says, I just started the live stream. Tobin did say if we beat the Bills, our Tua could be back.
Wow. That's such a long time ago.
Well, we appreciate you catching up, Ty Surge.
Hey, listen, he's 2 hours back. It's good.
Good. And I can skip all the commercials. It's a good living if you do that. It's kind of like when you bank episodes. Like if I could just hold out 3 weeks. If I could hold out for 3 weeks, I got a ton of show to watch.
See, the way I'll disagree with the chat from this standpoint. I don't believe Tua is limited. I think doing the same plays over and over again and making him force balls into those areas makes him look limited. But I don't think he's limited.
You think when the Panthers came to visit the Dolphins and they left, they're like, those guys don't have a prayer.
How long did they stay? You know, sometimes you don't want the stench of losing.
You think Chuck's like, get me out of here, Bill.
True.
Get me out of here. You think he has Nico Mikala there? And he goes, soft.
You know, the Dolphins right now behind the Marlins in the hierarchy of this professional sports in Miami.
Right? They're behind everybody.
Oh, they're clearly behind
the only person that had a chance to be behind them right now was Bill Belichick in North Carolina, and they got to win. So, like, everything I don't think anybody's lower in the power rankings of sports. Not the Washington Wizards right now. At this moment, right now, nobody is lower than the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, they have started off every segment on every show.
And
having a field day with
people want Tyreek to be moved immediately.
And by the way, we haven't even mentioned, he's got new allegations from his wife, which this is his estranged wife. This has become a very bitter divorce, but now she is out. She's out for blood in this one because she's like, oh yeah, by the way, 8 domestic violence issues. She's like, because I thought it was settled. I thought last week we were hearing like, oh, this was done. Yeah. She goes, and she's just like, oh yeah, and so that drama never goes away with the Dolphins also. So now on top of sucking, you also have his baggage, which is still hanging around the team as well. So,
but who's going to sign up for that?
I don't know.
So while you say, "Oh, Tyreek's going to get moved," who's going to sign up for that?
Can't imagine being headlines from ESPN and TMZ is going to help with that. Even if Patrick Mahomes is, desperate, Vlad, I can't imagine that because they already know. Like, imagine the team that already knows what's there.
Somebody said, "Nope, the Patriots look worse."
Nah, they scored 10 points, man.
No, I don't think they did. They lost a 1-score game.
Yeah,
they lost to Vegas, though.
It don't matter if you lose to. You lost to Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. We made Daniel Jones look like a Manning.
Hold on.
And not the crappy arch kind.
I said this before the game. There's been a lot of quarterbacks that left bad situations and went to a better situation and played better. That's a fact.
Yeah,
I didn't know Daniel Jones was going to do that. Okay, but I'm just saying that there have been quarterbacks that were left for dead. Hell, who's just went to Seattle?
Sam Darnold last year.
Sam Darnold, and guess what? He back.
By the way, who's it seems
Vlad, he back.
Oh, he back to being himself.
That Kevin O'Connell's got something going on right now. But you want to know what?
He's good.
You want to know something?
Baker Mayfield is a good example.
Yeah.
Although he was good in Cleveland.
He was good in Cleveland.
He got hurt. He got
had
hurt.
A couple stops. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. But who's going to start in San Francisco this week, it looks like? Looks like Mac Jones is going to start.
Mac Jones against New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, no, I mean, what's why is because I think Purdy has a toe injury.
He has a toe shoulder injury. George Kittle just been put on the IR. He's going to miss the next 4 games.
I tell you, that team's kind of falling apart. Because you know, CMC is like,
oh yeah, he's hanging on.
He's another one. Like,
he's hanging on by.
Their better days maybe behind him as well.
Well, does that mean something about the offense that's being run? That those type of that system might get players banged up a lot quickly.
Maybe. I mean, both of those guys have been around for a while, though.
I get it, but you saw Deebo Samuel. He looked.
Oh, he did look good.
He looked good.
He did look good.
That's that's one game. I think he's. You might want to put the detergent on him because he's washed.
Oh man, I don't know if we feel any better after today, but
I don't. I feel worse.
I'm sorry.
But it's all right though, Leroy.
You know what? You kind of tried to end the show with a nice little bow.
But it's all right, Leroy. Today is the off day. Tomorrow we're going back in. We're gonna we're gonna get ready for the game plan for Sunday against the Patriots. And hopefully,
and it can't get worse than that.
All I'm gonna say
apparently
is,
can't get worse, right, JFig?
I don't know what the game plan is gonna be, but I know it would bet not be. I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
We're not splintered, Leroy. We
His
are not
screen
splintered.
is shaking from how mad he is.
Yo, Leroy's been upset.
I'm just so dude.
He's
Mike
heated, dude.
McDaniel segment.
I really want.
Let's take a field trip to the facility.
I'm so fed up.
I think I want to watch the game with you this week.
Rudimentary
Just
football.
show up. Don't even ask for an invitation.
Can I just show up to Big Spoon? Big Spoon! I want to watch the game with Leroy.
She's gonna go. He's in there.
She won't even say anything.
Big
Just
Spoon
open the
upset
door.
with the Dolphins too?
No, she don't know. She'll ask me when she get home. Did the Dolphins win this week? Everybody's down on them.
I hope she does ask you that.
I love when the wife or girlfriend asks, like,
What happened?
What happened? Like, everybody's so down.
Don't worry about it. You're better off not knowing. Don't get involved.
Ignorance is bliss.
We'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.